Air. The Columbus River Dragons are on the air, live on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Zelmo Zip-In, Country Inn & Suites, Kinetic Credit Union, Heckler & Koch, Pepsi Cola, and PMB Broadcasting. Now let's head to the Harvey Lumber broadcast booth for the start of the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. And join the voice of the River Dragons, Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. Welcome in live to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex, an anniversary and a rematch of sorts that has been about, well, let's say 18 or so months in the making. Obviously, the last time these two teams played in this very building was very eventful, but you know what? A lot of new players in both of these squads, a new head coach behind the bench for Carolina since we were last there too, so we got a lot of new writing in terms of the chapters of this Southern rivalry. I'm Zach DeBozart, happy to have you along on the River Dragons Broadcast Network, coming to you live, of course, from our radio stations across West Georgia and East Alabama, and tonight, live on Bounce 9.2, thanks to our partners at WTVM. This is another one of our featured games of the year. We got 12 of them, and this will be game number 2. Happy to have you along on Bounce. Of course, happy to have you along on the River Dragons YouTube page as well. We'll be splitting feed with the camera on the Carolina side of things. So what you'll be seeing is the exact same pictures that the Carolina broadcast will be seeing, just a different voice behind it, and happy that you're along on the River Dragons side here tonight. We've got a lot to get to in the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. We go inside the lair with River Dragons captain and former Thunderbirds captain Josh Petrantonio. He just had some quick words to say what was on his mind as he got ready for what is sure to be a very fun game, not only for him, but for everybody out there clad in white. As the River Dragons look for a weekend sweep with the Thunderbirds and try and move up the standings, we're going to take a break. When we come back inside the lair with Josh Petrantonio, up next on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Harley-Davidson is getting you some bang with your bike. Buy a pre-owned Harley-Davidson, get a $1,000 gift card to Shooters. Our showroom is locked and loaded with over 100 used Harleys in stock. So buy your perfect pre-owned Harley-Davidson and get a $1,000 gift card to Shooters. All November long. Get some bang with your bike from in Columbus. FortBenningHD.com.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
When I first started my private practice...
Whoa, whoops. Sorry about that, everybody. 1 second here. We are back, and we are looking for the Josh Petrantonio interview. And 1 second. Here it is right now. Welcome back to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. It's now time for Inside the Lair. Today our guest is the captain, number 9, Josh Petrantonio. Petro, thanks for taking the time.
Thanks for having me, Zach.
All right, obviously everybody knows it's our first game back in Winston, quite a long time. It's also your first game here in the Annex since being a member of the Thunderbirds. Take us through the mindset. What's going on in your head?
You know, it's exciting. It's exciting. I'm happy to be back in this building. A lot of great memories here. Hoping to continue those great memories in this building. So excited to be here on the other side this time.
Obviously, yeah, you're so revered, but you're on the other side now. And what's interesting is as the team for the River Dragons, you weren't part of it when we had our last game here, which you probably know a thing or two about from hearing it. What do you make of that in terms of the landscape of the game today?
I think there might be a handful of guys left from those two teams. I don't think that's going to carry over. But no, I mean, there's the Southern rivalry there, and it's always a battle when we play these guys. So it'll be an exciting game for sure.
Last night in Columbus, got a big 6-1 win. Guys really seemed to come out, and especially in the second period, just take it to them. What were the keys to that? Why do we look so dominant, especially down the stretch?
We were just taking advantage of our opportunities. I don't think overall we played a great game. A lot of guys got some confidence last night, a lot of young new faces getting on the scoreboard, so that's exciting for sure.
When you look at that team and this team especially, where do you think the matchups lie in terms of what we're exploiting well versus them?
Honestly, last night, I think we just took advantage of our opportunities, whereas they didn't. Bales played great back there in net, and we just were fortunate enough to get the bounces going our way last night.
Speaking with Josh Petrantonio and Inside the Lair. Inside the Lair, as always, is brought to you by the Dragon's Den Pro Shop, the Columbus Ice Rink, open Wednesdays every week for all your ice skating and hockey needs. All right, Josh, we'll get you out of here real quick, just plain and simple. What's it going to take to get this win and get the weekend sweep?
Team hockey, play together, support each other, and bury our opportunities.
All right, we'll let you go. Good luck out there.
Thanks, Zach.
Josh Petrantonio and Inside the Lair. Stick around. More Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing Provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward, and we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, served with big smiles at a great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available, too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. Columbus River Dragons here in the building for the first time this season, taking on the Carolina Thunderbirds. This is the fourth of 5 meetings in a row between the two teams as we look ahead to tonight's contest by looking back at what happened yesterday. River Dragons with a very dominant win, 6-1. The final score, it was 1-0 after the first, thanks to Jake Grade's first as a River Dragon in his first game. Came on the power play as well, which was a big bugaboo for the River Dragons throughout this week in practice, just trying to get themselves off the power play tonight. They did so not once but twice in this game. Jake Krupp had a power play goal in the third period as well. The second period, though, that's where the River Dragons did most, if not all, of their damage. It came in the first 10 minutes as well. We take a look back at that, and we see Jagger Williamson got his first goal as a River Dragon, his first professional goal as well, the 2:56 mark of period 2. Followed quickly behind at the 4:37 mark by Trevor Finch, slotting one home 5-hole after a 3-on-1 break, helped set up by Dalton Anderson. And then Brad Nolan got a deflection off a Noah Doyle shot, 8:50 mark of the second. That had it at 4-0 Dragons. Carolina would answer back with a power play tally from Daniel Martin, but that's all they could muster in the third period. Short-handed and power play goals, not necessarily in that order. Jay Krupp on the power play, 13:15. A minute 13 later, Dalton Anderson finds himself on the board with a shorty for himself. 6-1 the score. Bailey McBurney had 40 saves on 41 shots. Heck of a game for him. And now we look ahead to tonight's game. We're expecting goaltender changes from both sets of teams. The River Dragons likely to start Jared Rutledge tonight from what we were talking about with Jerome Bichard on the bus today. early morning ride got us over here to Winston plenty of time. And then over on the other side of things, just based on how things went in the previous weekend, probably going to be seeing Nick Modica in between the pipes tonight, if only because Chris Paulin, after a 6-goal outing on Friday, probably tough for him to rebound off of. But hey, you never know. Garrett Rutledge is a new guy. Maybe he has a different mentality about how to handle his goaltenders there in the Carolina program. It shall be interesting to see. We'll await starting lineups to come to us here at Press Row. In the meantime, you're watching the Zamboni head around the ice here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. Columbus and Carolina are about 20 minutes or so away from puck drop. And with that, we're going to take another break. When we come back, a Zelmo zip-in look around the league after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
At the Country Inn & Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
We are back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. River Dragons and Thunderbirds getting themselves ready to go here on a Saturday night, 6:05 puck drop here in the Tar Heel State. I'm Zach DeBozart. Happy to have you along on the River Dragons broadcast network tonight. Might be watching in on Bounce 9.2 over the air or through your local cable package. Shout out to all the folks at WTVM making that happen behind the scenes. Also, of course, the River Dragons YouTube page, and for tonight, we got the River Dragons Radio Network, as we always do, 4 stations across West Georgia and East Alabama. Time to take a look around the FPHL with the Zelmo Zip-In look around the league. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. We got a 6:05 puck drop here in Carolina. We are the early start. Then we got 2 games in the 7 o'clock hour. Watertown at Danbury in a reverse of last night's game, where it was at Watertown, and a very interesting, if not controversial, ending. When you watch the film on the bus, it was a heck of a game played. Watertown was peppering the new Danbury goaltender Frankie McClendon with a ton of shots. He was hanging in there, doing his best. 4-4, heading into OT, and then some contact with Frankie and the net coming off, and Watertown shot it in. The goal ended up standing, but it was a very interesting situation. Wolves ended up taking 2 points out of the 3 from Danbury despite that effort, where McClendon made 48 out of 52 saves. That was a good one there. So now the return is in Danbury on the backside of the home and home. And Port Huron and Binghamton finish up also at 7 o'clock. Can Port Huron rebound after being thrashed 8-1 against the Black Bears last night? We shall have to see after the first or second period. We should have a couple of scoring updates and have a pulse and see how those games are going to go. That's your Zelmo Zip-In look around the FPHL. Now, how about we take a peek over at the Southern Professional Hockey League. We've got the Southern Hockey scoreboard. We got 5 games in action. All of them pretty much the exact same, maybe a couple of location changes. Macon at Fayetteville. They're going to drop puck at 6 o'clock, right with us, about 10 minutes away. Roanoke is at Evansville, 8 o'clock East, 7 o'clock Central. So the SPHL has a 6 o'clock window and then an 8 o'clock window. Also 8 East, 7 Central, Knoxville at Vermilion County. Knoxville just spanked the Bobcats last night, 9-3. What can Vermilion County do now on home ice to try and make up and atone? 8:05 East, 7:05 Central, Quad City at Pensacola. And 8:15 East, 7:15 Central, it is Huntsville at Peoria. We take a quick peek in our other bigger leagues, the ECHL and the NHL. It was a very short night in the in the NHL last night with only 2 games. ECHL had a handful of games. Looking at it tonight, you got a battle in the Panhandle State. Jacksonville is at Florida Icemen at Everblades. The Maine Mariners are still down south. They are at the Orlando Solar Bears tonight. And Cincinnati is at Atlanta, finishing up a weekend set there. In the NHL, we should have plenty of action on the Saturday night, including Carolina Hurricanes. People in this state will be happy. 5-4. The Hurricanes are up through 40 minutes of play over at the Staples Center. Not going to be able to call it that for too much longer if you read up on that at all. Also through 40, Tampa Bay 3, New Jersey 1. Nashville is at Montreal for a 7 o'clock puck drop. And Minnesota is at Florida, a 6 o'clock puck drop over there in Sunrise. That's your Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take another break. When we come back, we should have those starting lineups for you here. We'll get those to you after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
At Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, we can tell you that we have the largest selection of Harleys in Georgia, but you should really see for yourself. Our showroom is packed with a sea of motorcycles, over 100 Harleys to choose from. We've got a Harley for all size people and all size budgets. Good credit or bad, it's no problem. Come see why Fort Benning Harley-Davidson is the fastest growing dealer in Georgia. Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Williams Road in Columbus. FortBenningHD.com.
The benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
Home is meant to be our safe place, but heart attacks and strokes don't stay home. Don't avoid the ER out of anxiety. Don't die of doubt. Don't stay silent, and don't stay home. If you have an emergency, call 911 immediately. When seconds count, the hospital is the safest place to be. Visit heart.org/don't die of doubt. Brought to you by the American Heart Association.
We are back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. River Dragons and Thunderbirds just a couple of minutes away from dropping puck to ice and getting this one underway. The 4th of 5 in a row between these two teams. River Dragons so far have taken the majority of points out of the 9 possible, 7-2. So with any sort of point here in today's game, they'll win the points battle, if you will, over this 5-game set. But of course, you want to take as many as you can, especially from a rival like you have here in the Carolina Thunderbirds. Hey, speaking of those Thunderbirds and your River Dragons, let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. Start with the opponents, the home Carolina Thunderbirds. Opponent lineups on the River Dragons Broadcast Network, brought to you by Victoryland Casino, just down the road over in Shorter, Alabama. For the Thunderbirds, they will start in net. Number 29, Nick Modica, as to be expected. Modica got the night off yesterday as Chris Paulin suffered the 6-1 loss. Starting in front of Modica, the defense will be number 11, Charlie Pelnick, newly signed from Cary, North Carolina. He's in the Thunderbirds uniform tonight. And number 13, Victor Grabenikov. The forward line, number 14, John Butita. Newly recalled, number 15, Everett Thompson. He's back from his loan in Fayetteville. And number 18, Daniel Martin, will occupy the left wing. Now as we take a look over for the Columbus River Dragons side, River Dragons lineups brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson over at 3230 Williams Road. They will start in net. Number 1, Jared Rutledge. The Chicago native will be getting his 3rd start of the year, a 1-0-1 record so far for him. A big win last time he was out 24 saves on 25 shots in the home opener 3-1 that you can relive through Rutledge on our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram pages. Search for Rutledge's Mic'd Up from November 12th. That was a lot of fun. C_River Dragons. So Rutz is back between the pipes. On defense in front of him, Oleg Shapitzin and Paul Fraziot. And the forward line, Josh Petrantonio in the middle of Levi Armstrong and Austin Doe. That's your starting lineups, brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson and Victoryland Casino. Let's take a break. When we come back, some more news and notes and a deeper dive after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
Vectorply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
Back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex, as you can see, the lights are out. We are almost ready for some hockey here in North Carolina. We just gave you your starters, your scratches for today's game. For Carolina, scratch number 6, Brandon Logan. Number 10, Gus Ford. Number 20, Vaughn Clouston. And number 21, Joe Cangelosi. Couple of number changes. David Nicoletti will now be wearing the number 3 in today's game. Also, Zach Sargis moves into the number 26 jersey, obviously, as Pelnick has come into the team, and he has taken 11. And we also have Daniel Martin in his more customary number 18 here in Carolina because of the move from that. For your River Dragons, everything's the same number-wise, but we do have some scratches to report. Number 19, Robert Van Weinsberg out. Number 25, Tom Maldonado. Number 29, Jake Huss. And number 18, Justin Schmidt. As fans might have noticed on the transaction board, new signing in today's game, number 23, Jake Schultz, returns into the lineup for Columbus, one of the returners from the Ignite Cup championship season last year. Schultz draws in. Schmidt gets the night off from last night's contest. And to make room for Schultz coming back in, Nick Wright, who has served his suspension, has basically traded places with Jake Schultz on the, quote, league suspension list, if you will. Basically, I don't know, you can kind of call it the bullpen, whatever you might want to, but just a way to rotate guys in and out as long as you keep yourself roster compliant, which is what the River Dragons have done. So Nick Wright served his suspension, his 5 games on the active roster. He now moves for when we might need him. Of course, the Michigan native is no stranger to the league, and who knows, a couple of trips up to Port Huron, maybe he hops on the bus. You never know. If you're out there, Nicky, we miss you. Can't wait to see you this year if you do end up coming back. All right, that is your lineups, and your goaltender matchup tonight is as we expected. Number 1, Jared Rutledge taking on number 29, Nick Modica. Goaltender matchups on the River Dragons Broadcast Network, brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. Kinetic, save more. All right, let's take one more break. No, looks like we're actually right up here against it, but let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Back here at the Fairgrounds Annex, the music's starting up, and the Thunderbirds are going to be announced here momentarily to their fans. Crowd filing in. Appears to be a pretty good one here in the Annex. Of course, very tight confines here for the fans and really, when you think of barns in hockey, you look at the triangle-shaped roof here. Yeah, I definitely get that vibe here. It's a real barn for sure. So it's going to get loud, and you know these Thunderbirds fans have been waiting to see the Columbus River Dragons back in their building ever since, well, what was it, March of 2020? A certain game between these two teams resulted in coaches being ejected, players being ejected, whole lots of mess and a brouhaha that, well, honestly has now completely played itself out, as we mentioned, with the Nick Wright suspension that was picked up from that era. And now, as he's joined the roster and served his games, now I guess it's time to turn the page and see what's new between Columbus and Carolina as we get ready to write a new chapter here in the Annex. Of course, obviously for Carolina, the biggest thing that's new, head coach Garrett Rutledge picked up from the OHL Saginaw Spirit, as he is now behind the bench as opposed to Andre Nietzsche, took a job at the NHL's Florida Panthers. Jerome Boom Boom Bichard still behind the bench for your Columbus River Dragons. And you just look at the names. For the River Dragons, obviously look at guys, MJ Graham, Edgars Ozelich, Jay Krug. Those guys will obviously remember it. Carolina side of things, Victor Grebennikov, George Holt, Joe Cangelosi, even though he's not in the lineup, Yuri Peshtuka. There's still a handful of guys that remember, and those are the ones definitely keeping the oldest flames, this rivalry alive. But you don't need much to spark a fire between these two teams. Just listen to this crowd as the River Dragons get out and onto the ice. River Dragons clad in white, and soon the Thunderbirds will be out clad in red. So one more time, let's give you the starters here in tonight's game. For the River Dragons, starting in the net, number 1, Jared Rutledge. Starting on defense, number 26, Oleg Shapitsyn, and number 27, Paul Fraziot. On the forward side of things, number 9, Josh Petrantonio, number 7, Levi Armstrong, and number 17, Austin Doe. For the Carolina Thunderbirds, they will start up with the goaltender, number 29, Nick Modica. Then the defense, Richard Pelnick, number 11, and Victor Grebennikov, number 13. And your forward line, number 14, John Butita, number 15, Everett Thompson, and number 18, Daniel Martin. All right, that'll do it for the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. When we come back, call of the game between Carolina and Columbus is next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
You've been listening to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show on 106.9 Really Rocks. The call of the game is just moments away after we pause for a short break on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
At Southern States Bank, the Common Sense Bank, we're a true community bank that supports the places we serve. Our people live, work, and play in your community. And you will find us cheering for the River Dragons right alongside you in the stands. With convenient locations throughout Alabama and Georgia, we're never too far away to handle any of your financial concerns. Call, click, or come by and see how we can help you make sense out of your banking. Visit us online at southernstatesbank.net. Southern States Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 410611.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
It's time for River Dragons hockey. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sun South John Deere, Houston Clinic, Burger King, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Country Inn and Suites, Buffalo Rock, Pepsi Cola, John Emerald Distilling, Wade Cleaners, and P&B Broadcasting. Now let's start the game with the voice of River Dragons hockey, Zach DeBozart.
National anthem has been sung, and that means it's time, not for hockey time on the Chattahoochee, but hockey time here in the Tar Heel State. River Dragons on the road, taking on the Carolina Thunderbirds. I'm Zach DeBozart, happy to have you along here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Sure to be a fun one as these two teams reunite in this building for the first time since, that game back in March of 2020. The Thunderbirds are dressed in their home red jerseys with the big bird logo on the chest, black helmets and pants, white nameplates and numbers. They're going to move right to left across your radio dial in the Sun South John Deere first period. Over to our right, it is Nick Modica getting himself warm. Modica so far on the season, a 2-2 record, 3.21 goals against, and an .893 save percentage. Over to our left, he'll be matched by Jared Rutledge. Ruddy's a 1-0-1 record so far this season, 1.97 goals against average, and a .937 save percentage. River Dragons dressed in the road whites with the sash Columbus across the chest, white helmets, black secondaries, pants and numbers with red and teal trim. And they'll be going left to right here in this period. We see Jake Schultz on the bench, newly reacquired here. He's ready to go. So is the rest of the River Dragons. They're over in the zone to our left, getting their final instructions from Jerome Bichard. Our referees in tonight's game are Johnson and Scully, the linesmen Moody and Callan, and the puck is down. We are underway here in the Sun South John Deere first period. River Dragons win the opening draw. Shapitzin dumps this one into the Carolina end. It'll be played there by Pelnick. He goes D-to-D with Grebenikoff, and then Thompson inadvertently runs in with Shapitzin there as that one gets called to be hitting somebody on the Carolina bench. So we'll get a neutral zone draw coming up here right in front of that Carolina bench. 1948 left to go here in the first. In the year and a half since we've been here, new scoreboards and a video board installed. A minor one, but it's over on the left side of the rink. So as we look at our time and score checks, it may take us a little bit to get used to the new digs here in Winston-Salem. Much needed upgrades, I can tell you from my time being in here. It's good to see. Carolina has this puck in their own end. Thompson tries to chip this one out. It gets held in along the boards by a weird kick. Grebenikoff will lay it down for John Butita, and now he will skate it up ahead with speed. Butita left wing side on the backhand, trying to get it on Frazier. A shot and an easy save made there by Rutledge. Behind the net it goes. Frazier plays this one over, and now it'll be found by Shapitzin. Graham will tip that one in on net, and Modica makes the save. This will be played back around by Oates. Williamson to the middle, what a save! Jagger Williamson hit Jay Krupp beautifully in the slot, and Nick Modica's glove was just a touch faster. 19:02 left to go in the first. Otherwise, this game is 1-0 Columbus. Face-off coming to the left of Modica. Carolina gets their lines organized. Had 6 on the ice there for a moment. Zach Sargis steps off, newly acquired from a trade during the weekend between Columbus and Carolina. MJ Graham has it high slot, playing it down side of the net, Krupp to the middle, and MJ couldn't get a stick on it. It was tied up there by Talipov. Peshtuka finds it. He goes with a stretch pass. Brad Nolan, good job jumping the route, and he'll take it over as Krupp finds a loose puck. MJ Graham gets bodied there by Peshtuka. Still in the zone here for Carolina. Graham's second effort sends it out, and it goes off a body, so there's no icing here against the Dragons. Modica comes out of his net to play it, and he rims it around. George Holt passing this one across. Hits Peshtuka on the feet. Grade couldn't hold the line, but he'll just slap it in for Columbus, and Carolina regroups again behind their own nets. George Holt fakes to the far side, now goes near side with it. Plays this one up the wall. Hunted Grade, tie up. No icing as it touched one of them. Doyle will rim this one around, go back for Grade on the near side circle. Grade lays it up. Finch takes a big check there from Pelnick. Bersani moves this one up. Anderson slowed up there by a good hit from Tommy Cardinal, and Carolina will dump it right back into the zone. Finch with this puck behind the net. This one rims around, and Finch gets laid out there by Cardinal. Right point to shot Grebennikov, and an easy blocker save made there by Rutledge. Picking up this puck here is Anderson. He'll backhand flip it into the zone. Side of the net. It's gloved and then set down the ice for Grebennikov. 17:40 left to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. 2 shots apiece. Neither of them have gone in. Frazier will have the red as he dumps that one in. Modica sticks it and gives it off to Grebennikov. He skates it near circle in his own end. Passes behind Thompson. Doe couldn't hold the zone. And now this one will be sent in. Frazier will have it. This one rimmed around. Martin with it now. Martin for Petrantonio. Petrantonio up for Doe, and now here's Shapitzin giving it back for Doe, right circle, dropping it back. Schultz finds the lane, but he couldn't get a good shot off. He's blocking it up with Zach Sargis. Butita, the flip to the far wing. Cody Oakes gets checked there by Schultz, and it'll be collected on the near side boards now by Zach Sargis. He skates that one in. Easy pad save. Second effort backhand, and another save made by Rutledge. 2 saves on the former River Dragon there for Jared Rutledge. He bumps the total up to 4. And we get a whistle coming up to his right. 16:55 left to go here in period 1. No score. Carolina and Columbus. Face-off coming to the right of Rutledge. Peshtuka had it off the wing, but then split the defense as it goes between Zach Sargis and Cody Oakes. Oakes from behind the net plays this one up near circle. It just does get out as Ozeland had retreated off the line. Nolan to Krupp, slapped in, sticked away there by Modica. Williamson first on it in the corner. Oakes all over his back as he ties him up. Peavy had it for a moment, had his stick lifted by MJ Graham. Graham with it left point, a shot. Seeing it through a screen and sending it away was Modica. Peshtuka with this on the near side circle. And we get a whistle. We get a whistle. It looks like a door was open on the far side corner. Referee spotted that one. So they'll get that adjusted. And even though Carolina was on the way out of the zone, the whistle blew while the puck was in the zone. So this will be an offensive zone draw here for Columbus. 16:23 left to go here in period 1. I'm Zach DeBozart. Happy to have you along here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network, Bounce 9.2, as well as the River Dragons YouTube page, and of course the radio network. Got to call the game all season long across West Georgia and East Alabama. Bersani plays this one back to the point. Grade fires a shot. Save made by Modica. Finch might have actually tipped that one up into the netting. Not entirely sure, but either way, it will result in a puck out of play, and because it was shot towards net, it will remain an offensive zone draw here for the Dragons. Face-off coming to the left of Modica. Bersani against Butita. New puck acquired for the linesman. Bersani wins it again. Grade looking for a shooting lane. Finds one, and it's blocked by Butita in the slot. Now Butita gets on his horse, 3-on-3 as he hits the line right wing side. He's bunched up. Doyle spins him off into the wall and stalls up the play. Now here's Grade with it, sending this one around. Trevor Finch will find it near side corner and gives it back behind the net to Grade. Now far side boards. Doyle gets this one out through Anderson, but only to the red line as George Holt plays it in. Rutledge has to make a stop, and he'll stick it off for his defense. Doyle spins away from the check of Martin, tied up along the wall. Anderson and Butita. Anderson jumps out of that play, but Carolina holds in. Butita drops it there for Martin, bottom of the circles. Martin, right point. Pelnick a shot, and that one ramped up off a stick, hits the glass behind Rutledge. He tried to find it. Thompson picked it up off the side of the net, but he couldn't complete the wraparound as the puck wouldn't settle for him. Finch takes a check there from Talipov, loose on the near side circle. Bersani hits Butita. It's bouncing around between legs. Now Butita settles it. One-timer to Pelnick, and a great glove save made there by Rutledge. No stick either, as he'd lost it at the side of the net and just snared that one right at eye level to get the whistle. 15-16 left to go here in the first. Still no score. Carolina and Columbus. Heckler and Koch shot counter in favor of the Thunderbirds by a tally of 6-4. Face off to the left of Rutledge in the zone to our left. Won by Carolina. Cardinal comes out with it, looking for a shooting lane. Pass to the slot, closing up the legs for Frazier, and he's able to block that pass. Doe with it on the far side wall. Now it will rim all the way around. Columbus will have it here first with Petrantonio trying to get it out, and he will get it past Pelnick, but Cardinal finds a loose puck in the neutral zone. Grebennikov goes D-to-D over to Pelnick. Now gets this one ahead to DeAndrea. DeAndrea 3-on-3 as he streaks in left wing side. Tries to drop it back. Good stick there by Armstrong. Eventually finds Pelnick. D-to-D across. Firing a shot. Oakes. Save made Rutledge. And we get immediate timeout. 30 seconds and we're back. Still no score. Carolina and Columbus on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Whether you're mowing, tilling, planting, grading, drilling, hauling, or anything in between, come see us at SunSouth. We'll help you find the John Deere tractor that's right for you with the implements you need to get your projects done faster, more efficiently, and more affordably. And right now at SunSouth, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere tractors. Come see us at SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires November 30th, 2021.
Welcome back in to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. Face-off coming to the left of Jared Rutledge. 14:42 left to go here in period one. Still looking for our first goal between the Thunderbirds and the River Dragons. Frazier has this one behind the net. Skates it out near side. Turned over. Thompson was able to kick it. He fell to a knee. Crowd was looking for a call. None coming. Schultz rims this one around. Williamson could not reach for it. Good hold in there by Oakes. Shot to the middle is blocked by Frazier before it could reach Rutledge. He plays it with some good geometry, threading through everybody, and they say Zach Sargis could touch that puck, so no icing. Modica and Sargis not on the same page, and Williamson nearly lifted the goaltender stick for an easy one. Butita with it near side circle, rims this one around in his own end. Cody Oakes racing after it. He gets in front of it. Williamson trying to pinch him off along the boards, and he'll just stay outside the Columbus zone. Daniel Martin picks it up. Graham and Martin run into bodies there. Martin got the better of that exchange as it goes back into the Carolina end. Butita plays this one up the wall. Everett Thompson reaching back for it. First on it in the corner, being watched by Ozelich. Those two battling in after it. Now coming into play it is Brad Nolan. Nolan checked there by Peshtuka, rims around. Left point held in by Peavy. Flips it off the glass, back down into the corner. Everett Thompson from behind the net. Here's Peshtuka to the middle. And that one hits the skates of Brad Nolan. Nolan picks himself back up, and he's good to go. Sending this one around. There's a heck of a battle there between Talipov and Graham, undetected by the referees, detected by many here in the annex. Bersani, blocker save made. And we got something going on back in the crease, Ozelich and Thompson. Thompson's holding on to Ozelich's stick. There's not much that can be going on there. Now Thompson will have to vacate the zone as he's delayed off sides. Finch with this puck. Nice sidestep around Talipov, right wing corner. He gets checked there by Holt. Still loose near side corner. Carolina will send this one off glass back to himself for Talipov. And now he'll play it over to the far circle and George Holt. Under 13 minutes to play here in period one. It's getting feisty, especially here in the crowd, here at the Annex. And on the backhand, Peavy trying to play this one around Anderson. He's first on it in the corner. Sending it to an open wing. Right point held in there by Pelnick. Pelnick trying to send that one down deep. Anderson knocked it away at the hash marks. Secures possession on a pass to Finch. Finch gains the red, and he'll flip this one into the zone. And Columbus will get a wholesale change behind this. 12.5 left to go here in period one. Pelnick fakes the slap near side. Now passes it up far side. Touched, but from the wrong side of red off the stick of Cardinal. And he will be icing here against Carolina 12:24 left to go here in the first. Fans, Fort Benning Harley-Davidson and the Columbus River Dragons have teamed up for a $50K giveaway at a River Dragons hockey game this season. Simply text FB-WIN to 55678 before March 13th to be entered for a chance to shoot from center ice and win $50,000. For full rules and contest details, stop into Fort Benning Harley-Davidson on Williams Road or visit FortBenningHD.com. $50,000 could be yours this season, but only if you text to enter now. That's FBWIN to 55678. Good luck. A little bit of a discussion after that icing. Petrantonio wins the ensuing faceoff. Shapitzin a shot, and that one just went wide of the glove hand. Turnaround shot from Petrantonio, left circle, and that one goes well wide. Corrigan picks up this puck. Good stretch pass. Cardinal couldn't handle it, though, as he was going too fast. Grebennikov in, and it will touch Cardinal on the wrong side of the blue line for a quick offsides call. 12:08 now left to go here in the first. Carolina can finish up that change they wanted to make off of the icing, and still no score. Thunderbirds and River Dragons here from the annex. Crowd still filing in. It's a loud one, and it's rowdy, as it always is here in this building. Cross ice flip. Armstrong has to reach back for it here. This one gets sent into the zone, rimmed around, and Modica will stop it up behind the Carolina net. He was facing some pressure. Nicoletti let that go through his legs as Grebennikov sends it down to the Columbus blue line. Frazier will have it here, up for Petrantonio. He's out of the zone. A chip pass. Wasn't on the same page as Armstrong. Petrantonio shields it off and gets it back to his defense. Frazier near circle over to Shapitzin, and now across ice. Hits Petrantonio in the feet. He got the touch, though, so no icing as he goes off to complete his shift. Grebennikov moves this one to Corrigan. Sidesteps one man. Plays it up the near wall. Thompson feeds it ahead for Nicoletti. Left wing one-on-one with Nolan. Nicoletti's shot well wide. Hits the side of the net near side. On the far side circle, Jagger Williamson battling through a couple of sticks, wins the puck, sends it ahead. Jay Krupp with it, but the pass went over the blue line, so MJ Graham couldn't streak back in. Now he's in on sides. The pass to Williamson, shot from the right circle. That one blocked away by Modica. Nicoletti takes a check there from Graham as he pushes it ahead to Thompson. Thompson and Ozelinch battle it out as Ozelinch pins him along the half wall. Here's Williamson. He takes a check there from Butita, and a penalty coming up here against Carolina. Cross-checking the call as Butita went right across the numbers of Williamson. Oh, man, you just hear it from this crowd. They're not happy about that one. Everett Thompson, 2 minutes for cross-checking. 9-10 mark of the Sun South John Deere first period. This will bring up the first Georgia Power power play of the night. Columbus last night ended up being 2 for 4 to greatly increase their numbers. However, still sitting 7th place in the 7-team FPHL to 9.5%. Thunderbirds tied for second with Watertown at an 82.8% rate on the kill. River Dragons win the draw. Williamson is tied up but is able to push it into the corner for MJ Graham. Graham from behind the net on the forehand, being checked there by Talipov. Williamson has it left wing circle. There's a discarded stick out there. It belongs to a Thunderbird. 5-on-3.5 right now. Gray to Schultz, and he whiffed on the one-timer there. Just wasn't in the wheelhouse. This one rims itself around. Williamson with it at the left wing side. Williamson plays this one back to the hash marks. Looking for some space. Now it gets over to Grade. Grade fires a shot. Inadvertently blocked there by Krupp. Krupp over to Schultz. Right point with it here. This one will rim itself around. Williamson will have it now. Williamson taking a look, trying to find some space. He gets it to the left point for Grade. Grade shot back door, and Graham couldn't get the settle on it. Graham with it at the right wing hash marks. Trades places with Schultz. Graham to Schultz, now to Grade, top of the slot. Now finds it over to Williamson, left wing circle. A minute gone here in this Georgia Power power play. One shot already here on Modica. Graham fires one across the crease, and Krupp couldn't get the touch on it. Schultz over to Graham, now to the left point here for Grade. Grade takes a look. Butita able to force the turnover. Martin played ahead for Butita, and Grade did a good job with that one. Martin trying to come in on a breakaway, and Grade with it here. Left wing circle. Butita playing that to the middle, and that one is knocked away by Grade. And here's MJ Graham feeding ahead for Jay Krupp. Krupp gets itself around Grebennikov. Krupp trying to drive the net. A no-move effort, and a pad stick save made there by Modica. We get a whistle here, and what do we got? Maybe too many men on the ice. Jay Krupp's going to the box. And that's going to draw the crowd reaction for sure. So Jay Krupp in the box. This will be a 4-on-4 now. Slashing is the call on Krupp. That will kill off the rest of the Georgia Power play. 0 for 1 to start tonight. Looks like we are back on air here on the River Dragons radio network. Apologize, looks like we had lost you there for a little bit. Now we appear to be good and back on it. Haven't missed much. River Dragons had a power play. The last 15 seconds washed out by a Drake Krupp slash. So we're 4-on-4 here for the time being. Austin Doe trying to get this one through the legs there of Pelnick. Doe will recollect it, left wing circle. Pass to Fraziot, top of the right circle, steps, and a glove save made there by Modica. Petrantonio side of the net, loose for a moment, and Modica will get the cover. Pelnick and Petrantonio go chest to chest just as the linesmen get in and get involved. 8:46 left to go here in period number 1. 1:42 remaining in the Krupp minor. Do a face-off to the left of Modica. 1:42 left to go here in the Krupp minor. Looks like we won't be taking the media while shorthanded or power plays in effect. Pelnick will have this, skates it out in front of his own net, now starts up the rush. Pelnick with some speed ahead, and Hunt moves it into the zone, but then he takes the check. Moving this one down the length of the ice, and the River Dragons are able to dump it 200 feet. 1:15 left to go in the Krupp minor. Carolina attempted to move this one up. River Dragons were able to even up shots on the power play. It is now 7-7 in that department. Finch is double teamed here in the corners. He was able to pick the puck off of Peshtuka's stick. And now it's tied up. There are 4 different Thunderbirds around Trevor Finch trying to get that puck free. Heck of a PK effort right there by Finch. Now with some speed ahead, here's Butita 2-on-2 as he hits the line through the middle. And his pass went through Blake Peavy's stick. Peavy gets checked there by Ozelinch. It's loose to the left point. Talipov sends it across for Grebennikov. Back for Talipov. Top of the right wing circle. And a stand-up save made there by Rutledge. Not sure if he saw it, but it hit him. Peavy back to the left point. Talipov. D-to-D across for Grebennikov. Grebennikov at the right wing hash. 7:35 to go in the period. 30 seconds remaining in the J. Krupp slash. Cody Oakes with it now. Oakes at the bottom of the right wing circle. Pass behind the goal line to Hunt. To the high slot. Talipov with it. Spin around pass. Nothing there. Finch will find it, and he'll go off the boards and down the ice as the River Dragons change up the PK units. 12 seconds left to go in the Krupp minor. He gets ready to stand up in the box. Taking this one with some speed ahead is George Holt. Holt on the backhand. 2 seconds and, now 2 seconds and 1, and Krupp is out just as Rutledge makes the save. So, penalty successfully killed. 1 for 1 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the Dragons. Face-off coming to the right of the Columbus netminder. 7:04 left to go here in period 1. And now looks like we're going to take the media timeout. 30 seconds and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons radio network.
The benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
Back here at the Fairgrounds Annex, still no score. River Dragons and Thunderbirds, 7:04 left to go in the Sun South John Deere first period. I'm Zach DeBozart. Happy to have you along on the River Dragons broadcast network here tonight. Defensive zone draw, won by Columbus, trying to push it out near side. George Holt pinches on the play. Krupp feeds ahead for Graham on a breakaway. MJ Graham backhand, and a great save made by Modica. George Holt tried to pinch up on the play. River Dragons made him pay for it. Krupp, nice headman pass to get MJ Graham in all alone, but Modica ran MJ out of space and keeps this game scoreless. 6:54 left to go here in the first. Carolina and Columbus still looking for their first tally in this one. It's a very similar situation to what we saw last night. It took till about 3 minutes left in the first to get our first goal last night. Graham a one-timer off the drop and a blocker save made by Modica. Jagger Williamson, heck of a job. Win and draw right there. Williamson's been very good in the faceoff dot. Going back to last weekend and especially in last night's game, the young forward is really starting to adapt to the center position well in the pro game, and win and draws will certainly get you a lot of kudos from the head coach. Grade with this puck at the right point, getting it to Williamson. Williamson spin around to the slot. Nobody there in a white jersey. Hunt with this puck. He rims it around for Carolina. Grade couldn't get to the point in time. He'll collect it in the neutral zone. Grade being checked at by Peshtuka. Peavy has it. Delayed offsides. Carolina quickly touches up. Williamson will give it back for Doyle. Spins away from a check behind his own net. And now it'll be moved ahead. Jay Krupp filters that one off the boards. Daniel Martin plays it back in off the weak pass. Rutledge slows it up. Both teams changing here. Grade takes his time behind the Columbus net. Fakes the handoff, and then Thompson stole in the backfield. Butita, what a save by Rutledge. Everett Thompson followed the man in, stole the handoff, sent it to Butita, and a very quick glove hand by Rutledge keeps this game at 0-0. Turnover here. Doe in the middle, backhand sent across. Carolina now getting lazy on the back end. A pass between defensemen was just left there for Doe to pick up. Not a good point to be hitting a lull in this game with the forecheck on big time for both these teams. Armstrong with it, left wing circle. Shapitzin with it at the corner, fires. That one ripped off the side of the net. Shapitzin trying to play that one to the middle, couldn't get to settle. Butita checks him, and he'll eventually win that battle and send it up the near side boards. Daniel Martin, he gets checked there by Armstrong, too far for Thompson, and Dalton Anderson first on it there. Thompson trying to get around Anderson. He ended up tackling him. Thompson lost his stick, and he's trying to get a call out of it. None coming. Now here's Shapitzin, a shot, and he rings the post. Hunter Bersani with it, right wing circle. That one blocked away. Oleg Shapitzin, great chance right there. A lot of speed. Ripped it from the top of the left circle, but just struck iron. Under 5 to play here in the first. Martin a drive. Stopped by Frigeau before it could reach Rutledge. Martin with the top of the circle. A deflection by Corrigan in front. He was in too tight. Rutledge made an easy pad save. Bersani on the back end. He gets checked. Still in the zone for Carolina. And Ozelinch will flip it out to center. Oakes has this at his own line. Dodges a check by Bersani. He got a piece of him, though. Slows his roll a bit. Oakes a shot. Deflected away as Ozelinch was able to get a piece. Now Frigeau ties up here with Cardinal. Rims around to the far side boards. Corrigan able to get the cycle going here with Cardinal. Being watched by Bersani. Cardinal up the half wall, playing it back into a couple of bodies. Frigeau is in a battle. Ozelinch is too. He ties up with Corrigan. Frigeau ties up with Cardinal. And Hunter Bersani picks up the scraps for Columbus. He gets the wheels turning north-south. Here's Finch. He'll dump that one in right wing side. And a save made by Modica. And we'll get our media timeout. 4:05 left to go in first. 30 more seconds and we're back here in the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The work on your property never ends. Whether you're mowing, tilling, planting, grading, drilling, hauling, or anything in between, come see us at Sun South. We'll help you find the John Deere tractor that's right for you with the implements you need to get your projects done faster, more efficiently, and more affordably. And right now at Sun South, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere tractors. Come see us at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires November 30th, 2021.
.405 left to go here in the first. Columbus and Carolina scoreless on a Saturday night here at the Fairgrounds Annex. I'm Zach DeBozart. River Dragons hockey here on the Bounce 9.2 television stations, over the air, the YouTube page, and our radio network as well. Happy to be bringing the show on the road. Hope you're enjoying this one. It's been a feisty and very contentious hockey game through the opening 16 minutes or so. Grebennikov takes a spill, but Carolina has the puck. Peshtuka slows it up at the blue line. And now Pelnick will shoot that one in. Rutledge gloves it away and gives it up for Doyle behind the net. Grade with this puck. Moves it ahead to Williamson. One touch there for Krupp. Now to the middle for MJ Graham. Both Thunderbirds ready to step up on him. And Grebennikov laid a hit onto him that knocked Graham's stick out of his hands. Here comes Hunt with it on the far side wall. Hunt has his pass go through Peavy. And now this will be played away by Frazier. Krupp dumps it in from the right side of red. Columbus changing here. Behind the net, Talipov with this one. Sends it over for George Holt. Holt checked there by Petrantonio as he gets the pass over to the near corner. Talipov then gives it back to him. Petrantonio again lines up a hit on Holt. This one held in right point by Frazier. Holt knocks down Graham in the slot. It's loose there. It's underneath Graham. Kick to Petrantonio, and a block made there by Holt in front of his netminder. Martin gets tied up with Doe, near side corner in the Carolina end. Petrantonio lays a hit in the Talipov. Right wing circle, Doe, left circle, Armstrong, and a pad save made by Modica. He thought he had it. Frazier a shot and sliding across. Modica's able to get there in time. Frazier reached back, couldn't keep it from going out in the air, so he'll play it off as the River Dragons touch up. Martin checked by Frazier, those two pushing and shoving at each other as the puck slithers its way into the Carolina end. Butita with it. Pass ahead to Martin. 2-on-2 as he hits the line through the middle. He's got Thompson left wing. Martin shot blocked by Shapitzin. Daniel Martin still with it here along the half wall. Talipov with it left point. A shot. Easy save made there by Rutledge. Butita gave it away but missed on the deflection attempt. 2:20 left to go here in period number one. Carolina and Columbus scoreless. 12-10 on the Heckler & Koch shot counter in favor of Carolina. Then that jumped to 13-13. So they might have caught up on all of them in the middle of that play. So shots even at 13 apiece. Hunt with this puck. He fires one that flutters well wide into the left wing corner off a block. Ozeland with it. Anderson gets a check there from Cardinal. It'll be played back behind the Columbus net for Nolan. Ozeland, far circle in his own end. A pass ahead. Getting out of the zone is Schultz. Schultz gets around a man. Now he's racing for the puck. Schultz, right circle. Good handle around one. Drives the goal line. Save made Modica. Another effort, Bersani. And save made by Modica. Seen it through traffic. Nolan with it on the near side boards in front of the penalty boxes. Nice sidestep around one. His pass goes off a skate, and Hunt dumps it into the zone for Carolina. Ozeland picks it up in front of his netminder. A pass to the far side, and now collecting it is Schultz off the near boards. Schultz trying to move this one ahead. Oakes pokes it off of his stick. Schultz trying to lay it back. Butita trying to get it to the left wing, but Hunt had to keep himself on sides. Doyle pushes this one through. Nobody at the left point, so Schultz can skate it ahead into the neutral zone. He'll gain the red and dump it around. Modica slows it up behind the net for Pelnick. Pelnick trying to bring it back to the near side. Now spins away as Bersani's hard in on the forecheck. Far side pass to the near side, trying to hit him in stride. Butita too far for him, and Doyle at the Columbus blue plays it back to the Carolina blue. Grebennikov now tries his luck, skating through the middle. Grebennikov fires, blocked by Doyle, sent wide. Grebennikov side angle shot, and he hit the outside of the net. Doyle gets tied up here with Butita. 1 minute left to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. Krupp and Thompson rub shoulders. They cancel out. Grade had his stick lifted, but he's battling through the hook, and a penalty coming up as Butita got caught reaching in, and he's very unhappy with Jagger Williamson, even though he was hooking in on Jake Grade. Butita will now sit for the second time this period, as this one is for hooking with 49.7 left to go here in the first. Georgia Power power play on for the second time tonight. 0 for 1 previous on a Butita cross-checking minor. So the Thunderbirds alternate captain sits. River Dragons opt to put this face-off to Modica's left. It'll be the Petrantonio unit out to start. 49.7 left to go in the first. By my math skills, if the River Dragons don't score, they'll start the second period with 1 minute and 10 of power play time, barring anything else happening. Georgia Power power play on for the second time tonight. Armstrong, right corner to Doyle, right point. Back for Armstrong. Lets it go through him. Doe has it behind the net. Pass to Petrantonio. Now to the left point for Grade. He looks, fires. Pad save made by Modica. Seen it through traffic. Noah Doyle got his body in the way of Cardinal as he tried to chip around him to go in for a breakaway. Cardinal will dump that one in. That one goes high over the bar. It's a late offsides. Carolina touches up, but then assumes a penalty killing position. 18 ticks left to go in the first. Grade plays this one over the left wing side. Doyle gains the red and dumps it in. Modica, he collects it from behind the net. Now on the far side, near side. Grade, look out, D-to-D was turned over. Cardinal's got 5 seconds. He's got to hustle on the breakaway. Cardinal in, pad save made by Rutledge. That'll do it for the period. That would have been an absolute killer for morale heading into the room. But Jared Rutledge, stoic as you like in that crease, made a great pad save denies Tommy Cardinal, and keeps us scoreless through 20 minutes of play. 1:11 remains in the Butina Minor for the Georgia Power power play to restart back up in the second. But for right now, it's time to take a break. When we come back, the John Emerald Distilling first intermission report after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The work on your property never ends. Whether you're mowing, tilling, planting, grading, drilling, hauling, or anything in between, come see us at Sun South. We'll help you find the John Deere tractor that's right for you with the implements you need to get your projects done faster, more efficiently, and more affordably. And right now at Sun South, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere tractors. Come see us at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires November 30th, 2021.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're Beam your way.
We are back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. Thunderbirds and River Dragons scoreless through 20 minutes of play. Goaltenders have been busy, though. 15-14 in favor of the Dragons. Shots on goal through the first 20 minutes of play. That's the Heckler & Koch shot counter. Why own a copy when you can own the real thing? Heckler & Koch, see Shooters of Columbus for your local Heckler & Koch provider. No score to report. Couple of penalties, 2 for the Thunderbirds, 1 for the River Dragons. Jake Krupp picked up a slash. John Butita has a cross check. And that hooking penalty that still has a minute and 11 still left on his name when we come back out to start the second period. There was a chance late for the Thunderbirds, and I mean like 2 seconds to go late. Tommy Cardinal was able to intercept a puck going D to D, win it on a breakaway, only at 5 seconds from the red line in, but got his shot off, and Rutledge made a very good pad save and kept this game scoreless at 0-0. Nothing really much else to report so far in this one. It's been feisty. It's been active. Guys have been going up and down the ice. We'll see what the next 20 minutes have to say about that. That's your look back, the last 20 minutes. When we come back, John Emerald Distilling first intermission report continues with the look around the league after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
The Chattahoochee's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge. Home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Welcome back in to the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. River Dragons and Thunderbirds scoreless through 20 minutes of play. Shots on goal favoring Columbus by a score of 15-14 in that department. Time for a Zelmo Zip-In look around the league. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Because we're at 6:45 here in the Eastern Time Zone, nothing to report across the league. We have 7 o'clock puck drops in Danbury and in Binghamton. Delaware has the weekend off. Watertown is at Danbury for the backside of that home and home after the Wolves took 2 out of 3 points in a 5-4 overtime win last night. And the Binghamton Black Bears look for a weekend sweep of the Port Huron Prowlers after Binghamton just put a beating on Port Huron 8-1 in last night's game. Standings because of the games look like this. Going back, Danbury was in first place to start the weekend with that overtime loss. They've now dropped all the way to third. I guess technically speaking, tied for second because both they and Watertown are on 667 in terms of points percentage, 14 out of 21 or 12 out of 18, depending on which team you're looking at. Binghamton, your new leaders in the FPHL right now, 15 points out of 21 for a 7-14. Columbus jumped all the way up to fourth, 533 with 8 points out of 15. Then Port Huron sits fifth with 9 points out of 21 for a 429. Carolina, 8 points out of 21 for a 381. And Delaware, still 0 points, so still 0 in the points percentage. As you look around the league, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's fueling life's passions, the official fuel provider of your Columbus River Dragons. How about we go take a look at the Southern Hockey scoreboard? In the SPHL, there is a barn burner brewing in the Crown Coliseum in Fayetteville. 3-2. Marksmen currently lead the Macon Mayhem. That's through 20 minutes of play. That's the only game to speak of on the SPHL starting. Everything else will start in the 8 o'clock window and on. We're going to take a quick peek. Former River Dragon at one time, Donald Oliveri, has a shorthanded goal for Fayetteville. Other than that, not much else to speak of. There's only about 1 or 2 guys between Fayetteville and Macon that really have River Dragons ties. In the 8 o'clock window, we've got Roanoke at Evansville and Knoxville at Vermilion County, both starting 8 o'clock East, 7 o'clock Central. 8:05 East, 7:05 Central, Quad City at Pensacola, and 8:15 East, 7:15 Central, Huntsville is at Peoria. We take a look at the ECHL. Maine is at Orlando, 7 o'clock puck drop there. Also got a 7 o'clock puck drop in the Battle of Florida. Jacksonville at the Everblades. 7:30, Cincinnati's at Atlanta. But we had one more we were looking at, but I guess we were not. And then in the NHL, Hurricanes beat the Kings 5-4 on the road. The Devils beat the Lightning 5-3. They were also on the road. Florida's up 1-0 near the end of the first on Minnesota. And Nashville and Montreal are at the Montreal Bell Center at 7 o'clock tonight. Let's take another break. That's the Southern Hockey scoreboard. When we come back, we get ourselves all ready to go for the Wild Animal Safari second period. After this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
When talking about Harvey Lumber over the past few years, I've always felt that it was very important to brag on the fact that Harvey Lumber has been here for over 150 years, taking care of many generations throughout the Chattahoochee Valley. They've stayed in business by always featuring the very best building materials that every company has to offer. And what's the most important element in building materials? The wood you use. That's why you'll always find the Yellowwood brand available at Harvey Lumber. Now there's something new, Yellowwood Protector. You've probably seen it advertised a lot during your favorite SEC football games on Saturdays. Yellowwood Protector is a semi-transparent stain and water repellent wood sealer for decks, fences, pergolas, outdoor furniture, and pretty much anything you can build with Yellowwood. Yellowwood Protector comes in 4 different colors: smoky gray, rich walnut, American classic cedar, and crystal clear. You know we always say that if it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it. Now try the first stain worthy of the yellow tag, Yellowwood Protector. Available at Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
We are back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. Thunderbirds and River Dragons are scoreless through 20 minutes of play. Zamboni is off the ice, and the nets are being drilled back into place by the Fairgrounds ice team, led by Paul Jackson, good friend of mine when I was here in Carolina. Shout out to him as he makes his way across the ice to go do net number 2. As we look back at that opening 20 minutes of play, it was very back and forth. Goaltenders were tested early and often. Shots were coming from distance, but they were coming with some zip on them in today's game. Ice seems a little bit faster here in Winston than it was in Columbus. That's provided for some more up and down play. We've seen a breakaway or two each way. MJ Graham, I remember, was shut down by Nick Modica. And then, of course, at the very end of the period, Tommy Cardinal had a chance shorthanded against Jared Rutledge. But both netminders have been tall. They have been great, and you can really see why these two goaltenders in the game are really sort of pegged as each other's number ones. Modica's gotten a majority of the starts for Carolina, and then for Columbus, obviously Rutledge, the returning vet from the Ignite Cup championship last season. But listen, if anything, I'm very impressed with Columbus's team defense in really any situation. Here in a hostile environment, here on the road, gave up 14 shots. Rutledge, a very calming influence back there, and the team is playing well, blocking shots fearlessly in front of them. And when you look at both netminders, because Bailey McBurney had a phenomenal night last night, 40 saves on 41 shots, you're talking about a two-man tandem in Columbus. And coming into today's game, had both goalies sub-2 GAA and over 930 in the save percentage. McBurney on that 40 out of 41 night bumped it all the way up to 947. So you're talking about league-leading goaltenders really being the heart of the defense. And hey, those guys are fearless, blocking shots and clearing lanes in front so they can do their job. That's what you're seeing from really both ends of the ice. Obviously, we've been paying a little more attention to the Columbus side of things. But Carolina, they're no slouch in that department either. They're making sure Nick Modica can see through the lanes. And you get the feeling, if it's anything like last night, if the second period really breaks open one way or the other, that first goal is just going to be absolutely huge, depending on who gets it. Of course, as always, it is the period of the long change, so the defense are going to have to be smart, hustling back and making sure line changes are timely and not giving up odd man rushes the other way. Sure to be a lot of fun. John Emerald Distilling, first intermission report. John Emerald Distilling over in Opelika, Alabama. If you can't make it out there to the distillery itself, hey, go check out the Bottle Shop over in Columbus. Nonick Beer Bar and Kitchen is a proud provider of John Emerald Distilling products, as is Jarfly over on 13th Avenue, a favorite I know of Scott Brands, who's listening back in somewhere along the River Dragons broadcast network. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we should have our teams back out on the ice and ready to go as we get set for the Wild Animal Safari second period. Comes up next on the Columbus River Dragons broadcast network.
The Chattahooch's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes.
The Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons. Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Welcome back in to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. Columbus River Dragons and the Carolina Thunderbirds are 20 minutes away, are about to play their next 20 minutes. They're a couple minutes away from returning out here onto the ice. We're almost ready for the Wild Animal Safari second period. In honor of Scott Brand, I know who's listening somewhere. Someone's getting slobbered on here in this period. Go check out Wild Animal Safari up in Pine Mountain, Georgia. Those boos let you know that the referees are back out onto the ice and soon will be joined by the two teams. Jerome Bichard makes his way across the ice as he is assisted by Kino Mora today on the equipment manager side. And we see Justin Schmidt making his way over, draws out of the lineup as Jake Schultz is now back in. All right. You can hear the roars of applause as the Thunderbirds get there back out onto the ice. We're sorting through a minor audio issue internally, but I don't think that's anything to really worry about. But I'm not sure what's going on with that. Either way, Thunderbirds back on the ice, and the River Dragons will make their way out in just a couple of seconds. Thunderbirds are dressed in the home red jerseys, the Big Bird logo on the chest, black helmets and pants with white numbers and name bars. They will be going left to right across your radio dial. In the Wild Animal Safari second period, Nick Modica mans the pipes. He's been perfect. He stopped 15 of 15 so far in this one. And there's the boos we were waiting for as the Columbus River Dragons are back out onto the ice. Jared Rutledge plows the driveway to our right, and the Dragons will go right to left across your radio dial, dressed in the Road Whites, sash Columbus across the chest, white helmets, black secondaries and pants. Jared Rutledge has stopped 14 of 14 Carolina shots so far in this one. Last couple of seconds are ticking down here at the Annex. Teams are putting their units out there on the ice. For Jerome Boom Boom Bichard, it will be the Petrantonio unit, Doe and Armstrong on the wings. And the Blake Peavy unit comes out for Garrett Rutledge. It'll be Peavy, but it looks like they're swapping out wings. Tommy Cardinal came on for Everett Thompson because, remember, there is a penalty still to be served. John Butita still has 1:11 left on a minor penalty. He picked up near the end of that period. So Peavy matched up with Cardinal instead of Thompson to start this PK. It'll be Pelnick and Pastuca on the backside for the Birds. On the backside for the Dragons, Fraziot and Shapitzin. Puck is down. We are back underway in the Wild Animal Safari second period. 1:11. Georgia power play time remaining. Again, River Dragons are 0 for 1 so far in tonight's contest. Fraziot moves this one over to Shapitzin. Now moving this to the right wing side. Petrantonio fires a shot, and that one misses well wide into the left wing corner. Pastuca sends this one a long way out. Peavy keeps himself on sides. Fraziot racing after it, though. He'll have it first. A battle of 27s along the far wall. Speeds up ahead. Now it'll fall to the legs of Pelnick, who dumps it right back in 100 feet. Under 40 left to go in the Butita Minor. River Dragons trying to sustain some offensive zone time here in the late stages of this man advantage. Frazier skates this one ahead with some purpose. Now from the red line, flips this one in. A bouncing puck. Williamson racing in on it. George Holt bodies him up, boxes it out. Now Krupp gloves that one down. Martin will chop at it. So too will Cardinal, and he'll golf it down the length of the ice. A dozen seconds left to go as Butita's standing up in the box. One more rush here for Columbus. Williamson backhand tries to get around a man, and Thompson took him down at a penalty. Coming up here against Carolina, Modica's going to come out, touch the puck. 1 second left to go in the Butita Minor, so this will be a very minor 5-on-3. But because of the face-off, we can pretty much tell you 0 for 2 on the Georgia Power play tonight. However, it will be started right back up with the minor penalty to Everett Thompson, 2 minutes for tripping. Face-off, defensive zone won by Martin, but held in. Grade gets this one over to the right point, now to the left wing circle for Williamson. Out of the box is Butita, it's 5-on-4. Georgia Power play still on here for Columbus. Williamson to Graham, left wing hash. Graham tries to play it back for Williamson, bottom of the circles. Now to the left point for Grade. Grade, Williamson, left wing circle with it here. Jagger looking for some space. Krupp getting knocked down in the slot, taking some abuse. MJ Graham to the middle, backdoor for Schultz. And he had it on his stick, but it went through his legs. MJ Graham from behind the net. Talipov putting a stick in there, trying to interrupt. Williamson with the left wing hash marks. He trades places with Graham. Takes some abuse, gets out of the corner with it. Williamson dropping a stick. Talipov, Jagger to the middle, back door. And Jake Krupp couldn't get a good stick on it to put it in the net. Schultz rims this one around. Krupp has it behind the cage. Stick handling, trying to come out to the near side. Now passing over to Graham. Moving it up the far wall to Schultz. Grade, one-time blast, glove save, and then the rebound went through the glove of Modica as it goes to the far side corner. Graham up there for Schultz. Halfway through this power play. In the middle, score! Jagger Williamson put it between his legs and fired it home! What a play in the slot! Jagger back-to-back nights with a goal, and it's 1-0 Columbus. Unbelievable! The athleticism we just saw right there from Jagger Williamson. Collects the puck in the slot. It's way behind him, goes between the legs, and falling down is able to flick the stick and get it past the glove hand of Modica. Power play goal for the Dragons. They are 1 for 3 tonight, and the River Dragons have a lead. Carolina wins the ensuing faceoff. We're back to 5-on-5 play. Nolan has this in the near side corner in his own end. Moves it up to Bersani. Bersani fighting to a stick battle with Hunt. He still has it from the red line. Chips it into the zone. Modica comes well out of his net. Finch now tying up with the netminder and coming in to help out Hunt. That one went loose to the slot, and Peshtuka is able to clear it. He hits his own man with it. Still in the zone. Here's Anderson all alone. Shot, glove save made by Modica. Carolina is in all sorts of chaos defensively, and Columbus nearly pounced again for goal number 2. 1-0. Dragons lead it on the Jagger Williamson power play goal, his second of the season and second in as many nights as well. Butita wins the draw. Holt will have it here in the corner. Jay Krupp will pick up the lone assist on that Williamson goal. For those of you playing along with us at home, at the 2:14 mark of the Wild Animal Safari second period. Holt will bump that one in, but it's a delayed offside. It just does get out, and Butita can recollect the puck for Carolina. This one rimmed in by Pelnick on the far side wall. Martin will body it up, and Frigeau will put a hit onto him, but they're going to call interference. That puck was just far enough away from Martin after he held it in along the wall. Frigeau's hit not timed well per the referee. And Holt with some words, and this stems back from last night. Holt had an absolutely gutless move on Levi Armstrong, and the River Dragons know he's a marked man tonight, so Frigeau on the way to the box gives Holt a taste of his hockey stick, and now he sits in the box. Well, this is a 2-minute interference call on Frigeau, and it'll be the second Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. 16:51 to go here in period 2. Thunderbirds this season are 6th in the 7-team FPHL with a 16.1% power play rate. They're 0 for 1 on it so far tonight. River Dragons are 96% on the kill. The lone goal they've given up happened last night. Daniel Martin in that 6-1 win for the Dragons. So even strength, the River Dragons have yet to give up a goal this weekend. Face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. That's where the Thunderbirds opt to put it. It'll be Peavy and Petrantonio once we get something sorted out in terms of the board. They're upgrading this to 4 minutes. Just got told by the off-ice here in Carolina they've upgraded Frazier to a 4-minute double minor, likely for the cross-check of Holt. So a double minor. Houston Clinic penalty kill now. 2 straight up on the board here against Frazier. Peavy will win it clean. And we will get an unfair drop, and Peavy got a little nicked up out of that one. We'll try this one again. Peavy will recollect himself. Face off to the left of Rutledge. 5-on-4. A long Houston Clinic penalty kill coming up here for the Dragons. Peavy wins it soft. Butita pushes Oakes at the right point. Oakes over for Peshtuka left wing. Now back for Oakes at the right point. D-to-D pass again. Peshtuka with it at the center. Now the right wing side finds Hunt. Hunt, big check laid in there by Doyle. Butita with it from behind the net. Checked off there by Grade. Petrantonio intercepts it as it's fed up to the top, and he'll dump it down length of the ice. 16:26 left to go here in the second period, and 30 seconds already gone on the Frazier double minor. This one is played into the zone. Shapitzin checked there by Butita near corner. Williamson trying to get it out. Peshtuka went down to a knee to try and save it, and he gloved it. Oakes touched it, and it's a hand pass here against Carolina. 3:18 left to go in the Frazier double minor. 16:09 left to go here in the Wild Animal Safari second period, and it is 1-0 Dragons. This face-off will come to center ice. Cardinal and Williamson on the straw, and Jagger will win another one. Jake Schultz has this back in his own end. Ooh, that one fell off the end of his stick weird on a pass to Shapitzin. Shapitzin will rim this one around, and MJ Graham up the far boards and down the ice. Charlie Pelnick has this one behind his own net. He'll set up another rush for the men in red. Thunderbirds going left to right across your radio dial here in this Wild Animal Safari second period. Pass across off the wall. Geometry is offline for Cardinal as he brings it in offside. Shapitzin finished him off with a hit just as the whistle went, and everyone will return back to the neutral zone. 15:40 left to go here in the second. 2:49 remaining in Frazier's double minor. Williamson wins this one back yet again, and Schultz tries to shoot it out only to the red line as Pelnick collects it here. He goes across for Talipov, now back from Pelnick through the Birds logo at center, headed off at the pass by Williamson. Man, Jagger's doing a great job right now, winning face-off and being a nuisance on the forecheck up top. Schultz collects this one off the glass, a bouncer settled by Pelnick right point. Down to the circle it goes. Thompson boxing out on the backhand, rims this one around. Behind the net it goes. It'll be collected by Talipov, left wing hash. Schultz puts a good check onto him, but a pass goes through to Martin. Back to the right point. A blast from Pelnick, and that one goes well wide of the glove hand along the ice. Talipov down into the corner for Thompson, trying to work it back, and that one's found by Williamson, flipped out to center, and they'll get a change behind this. 2 minutes left, one penalty killed off. 2 for 2 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the Dragons. We're on the back half of that double minor. Nolan rims this one around, and Martin just holds it in right point, but it goes out of play as it hits the netting just over the high glass. 1:48 left to go in the minor penalty. And we're going to get our media timeout now for this one. Let's take 30 seconds and come back here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Real thing. At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
We are back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. River Dragons 1, Thunderbirds 0. A power play goal from Jagger Williamson, 2:14 into period 2. currently separates these two teams. Thunderbirds are in the middle of a power play. A double minor picked up by Frazier is already half killed off. 1:48 left to go in that, and 14:39 left to go here in the second. Puck is down. We are back underway with the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Hunt is able to dodge a stick check there of Anderson as he comes into the zone right wing side. Peshtuka has this at the left point, being bothered by Finch. Along the half wall, Ozolinch seals up Butita, pucks in between the feet, back to the point, it goes for Peshtuka. He fires a shot well wide of the glove hand on Rutledge. Holt lost the puck, he bobbled it at the right point, and down the ice it will go. Modica was going to slow it up, but Holt will beat his netminder to it. George Holt getting the wheels turning. Levi Armstrong gives him a stick on the forecheck, and Holt retreats back behind the net. 1 minute left to go in the Frazier double minor. Holt from the near side circle. Armstrong going after him. Good stick check. Armstrong knocked the puck away. Oh, and the arm went up down low. I missed that. Armstrong with a big stick check, but he got enough of the body. It gets called for tripping. That's a tough one to swallow right there for Columbus because Armstrong's doing a great job keeping Carolina back in their own zone, and now it's a 5-on-3 for 53 seconds in the Frazier minor. Thirsty fans, raise the bar with the next generation of light beer. Flight by Yuengling is easy drinking, clean, crisp, and refreshing. Flight is only 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, and the official light beer of your Columbus River Dragons. Pelnick a shot from the right point, and that one blockered away by Rutledge. Peshtuka has this one. Left point, back for Pelnick, right point. 40 ticks left to go in the Frazier double minor. Currently makes this a 5-on-3. Hunt fires one, blocked by Schultz. Rebound left circle, Peshtuka fakes, pulls the trigger now, and a glove save made there by Rutledge. 13:22 left to go in the second. You see how good this River Dragons penalty kill is. They do not panic and get themselves in shooting lanes. They really force decisions out of the power play. At this early in the season, might not be as cohesive as they might like. That's why the River Dragons are best in the FPHL, 96% rate coming into today's game. This one goes up under the high glass, held in, Hunt with the glove. Ozolinch puts a check out of him. Petra Antonio will dump this down the length of the ice. Cowbells going here as the fans are trying to get their Thunderbirds behind this. Peshtuka moves this over, left wing side to Pelnick. Now plays it to the middle to Hunt. Hunt thought about the backhand, thought better of it at the high slot. Lays it back to Peshtuka, top of the left wing circle, down to the bottom for Pelnick. Pass across, went through PV's stick. 2 seconds and 1. Frazier is out of the box. Double minor killed off. Still a 5-on-4 for a little more than a minute. Pelnick shot. Save made by Rutledge as Hunt was knocked down in the slot trying to get a tip on that one. 1:02 remaining in the Armstrong minor. 3 for 3 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill, and it remains 1-0. Face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. Cardinal tied up. Martin comes in, helps out, wins the draw for Carolina. D to D. Talipov a shot, patted away by Rutledge. Rebound goes away to the far corner. Cardinal with it, trying to go circle to circle. Good stick right there, Jagger Williamson, and sends that one out towards center. George Holt with it at the blue line. A sauce pass, just saucy enough for Daniel Martin. And now he'll move it over to the left wing side for Talipov. In over the line, but Jagger Williamson has it as he overskates the puck and dumps it down to the Carolina blue. MJ Graham trying to put a check on him to go towards goal, but it'll be dumped down the length of the ice. And icing's on here against Carolina. So Columbus will have an offensive zone draw, despite being still shorthanded for another 28 seconds. 12-12 left to go here in the second. Shots are even at 18 apiece. Right now, Jagger Williamson has the one that matters. A power play goal back at the 2:14 mark. And I tell you what, it's been a long time on the kill for the Dragons. You've seen just about everybody in terms of penalty kill depth for Jerome Bichard. I have been so impressed with Jagger Williamson. Not only going back from last night's game, getting the goal tonight, but man, his PK and face-off ability are clutch right now for Columbus. Cardinal trying to get around Nolan, a pass to the top of the circles, loose for Talipov, and a chest save made there by Rutledge. Another effort by Holt, deflected, loose in the air, gloved out by Rutledge, and sent to the high slot. Anderson trying to get it out, trying to win a battle there with Martin. Cardinal just holds it in. Good check there by Shapitzin, frees up some space, and it'll be dumped down as Armstrong is out of the box. 4 for 4 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the Dragons. Still 1-0 they lead on the road. dumped into the zone. Rutledge will pad that one away, and Shapitzin has it at the far side boards. Shapitzin plays a pass. That one knocked away by Zach Sargis. Doe has it with space, rings the outside of the bar, and it goes up into the netting and out of play. Doe was looking for one short side, and that one actually might have caught Modica as he was holding on to his post. He is shaking that blocker hand. He is in some discomfort right now. 11:24 left to go here in the second. 1-0. Dragons continue to lead. River Dragons hockey brought to you all season long by Sherry and her crew of master barbers at Old School Barbershop, 1041 First Avenue in Columbus. They'll be open 10 a.m. Monday. Get a fresh cut at the official barbershop of your Columbus River Dragons. Call ahead for an appointment, 706-321-5930, 321-5930. Modica's able to shake it off, stays in the game. Carolina wins the defensive zone draw. They push it out to center, but Petrantonio finds a loose puck, and he's back in right wing. A shot, save made by Modica. Short angle shot there, caught him right on the chest. He'll cover it up for another whistle. Shots still even here at 20 apiece. River Dragons have the one that's gone in off of Jagger Williamson's stick. Face off to the left of Modica. Petrantonio v. Butita. Butita scrapes up a little debris from his side of the circle. And now gets himself back in. Petrantonio wins it to the high slot. Look out, though, taken away by Nicoletti. Nicoletti's one-on-one with Grade back. Grade lines up a great hip check right there. That stems Nicoletti's progress. Now here's Petrantonio, some speed ahead. 3-on-2 for the Dragons if they hustle. Doe in over the line, left wing side, fires a shot. Pad save made there by Modica. Falls to the top of the circle. Doyle go over for Grade, and Grade took his eye off the puck there at the last second. Dumped in, delayed offsides. River Dragons going to take the opportunity to change. Carolina's going to move it to the near side boards. Nicoletti's in over the line. Drops it back for Butita. Right wing circle, he's with it. Butita pass across, blocked by Doyle, and MJ Graham has it on his tape. Daniel Martin ties up with Jagger Williamson, playing that one through, and here's MJ Graham. Graham dropping this one back and now firing it in on the spin around. Hits the side of the net, and Modica had to cover that one up. Dangerous as Oleg Shapitzin from the blue line was rushing in and looking for an easy one. 10:29 left to go here in the second. Still 1-0. Dragons continuing to buzz. Look for that extra insurance goal here as we're about to hit the midway point of this game. Butita's frustrated with himself. He slams his stick along the boards as he enters back into the player bench. Williamson wins another draw. MJ Graham left wing trying to drive the net, and he ran out of space trying to play it to the middle. Williamson up the wall. Shapitzin left point with this one. Sends it around behind the net. Krupp for Graham's side of the net. Graham whiffed on one pass. Finds Williamson along the goal line. Back to the geometry. Left point. Shapitzin is shot. And a stick save made by Modica. And it'll draw some excitement from the crowd as Columbus loses the puck there at the left point. And he'll fall back for Fraziot at his own line. This one gloved out of the air by Graham. It's going to be a hand pass as Shapitzin touches it. And we get a whistle and a media timeout. 9:58 left to go here in the second. 30 seconds and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
We are back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex, just about the halfway point of tonight's game. 9:58 left to go here in the second. 1-0 Dragons. A power play goal from Jagger Williamson, currently the difference. Jake Schultz to take this draw against Blake Peavy. Peavy will win that one clean. Back in his own end, Oakes goes circle to circle. Over there for Zach Sargis. He gets checked there by Schultz. Thompson tips that one all the way to the Columbus Blue. And Ozelinch for Bersani. Nearly had his stick lifted. Bersani strong on his stick and strong on the counter check as he knocked down Sargis. Oakes checked there by Schultz as he's hard in on the forecheck. Thompson trying to rim this one around. It stays along the wall, and Oakes will have it at the bottom of the circles. Peavy with it, trying to rush it out of the end. Schultz just holds in along the right wing side. Plays a check onto Peavy, but he'll push it ahead. Now Thompson has it at center ice. Thompson from the red line dumps this one in soft. Peavy in the corner, rims this one around. Crowd starting to get loud. Play to the middle, and Nolan got a stick on that before Thompson could get to it. Everett Thompson still with it behind the net. Play to the left wing circle. Hunt laid it back. Shot from Sargis, blocked away, and a bouncer rolled wide to the near post. Check coming in, and we got a penalty. Tough for me to see down in that corner. Schultz appears to have knocked down Thompson, who is holding on to the stick of Schultz, something he's been doing to a number of different Dragons, but this time it is going to bring team trainer Damian Poole out for the Thunderbirds. Arm went up, and this is likely going to be a penalty against Schultz. 9 minutes even left to go here in the second. It'll be another Houston Clinic penalty kill. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Schultz with some words for the official, but not words in the malicious kind. Almost somewhat joking about it. Slash is the official call there. Thompson has picked himself back up. Crowd salutes him. And it will be another Houston Clinic penalty kill on the night for the Dragons. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. 4 for 4 so far tonight. Thunderbirds are looking to take this opportunity to tie up the game. Face-off will come to the left of Rutledge. False start between Butita and Petrantonio. We wait, we do it again. And a rugby scrum goes the way of Carolina. Look out, there's a chance there. And from the high slot, it's sticked away by Rutledge off the stick of Pelnick in the corner. Butita trying to work that to the middle. Pelnick holds it in right point. D across to Peshtuka. Hit him in the feet. Doe trying to escape with it. And Gray will find the loose puck and just dump it down the length of the ice. If Doe could have settled that between his feet, he might have had a 2-on-1 rush. But otherwise, it'll just be safely dumped down by the Columbus defense. Cardinal steps over this puck so Peshtuka can get it. Played over to Butita. Bunched up 3-on-4 as they hit the line, right wing side. Martin tried to lay it back. Petrantonio read it and shoots it down. Modica slows it up at his own goal line near side. We'll give it up for Pelnick. Both teams change behind this. 45 seconds gone in the Jake Schultz minor. Pelnick has it in his own slot. Moves it up the near side boards. Trying to come in over the line is Hunt. Now he plays it for Martin with some speed ahead. Martin a shot. Good block by Shapitsin as he got in the way of the shooting lane. Martin still with it, left wing corner. Look out, here's a chance. Anderson sidesteps one. If he hustles, he's got 2-on-1 with Finch. Anderson, right wing circle, stops it up, gets around Oakes, but the pass across ends up hitting Oakes in the feet, and he couldn't feed Finch as he was streaking in on the back door. Talipov moves this one over for Martin. 3-on-3 as he hits the line, right wing. Martin blocked up by Shapitz and a backhand pass. Hunt had that one on his stick, but he overskated it, and Frazier dumps it down the length of the ice. Half a minute left to go in the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Carolina still looking for a shot here on this power play. Look out, Peavy nearly got the stick lifted by Graham. It's loose there for Williamson. Williamson at the hash marks. He's being bodied up, trying to keep it between the feet. He comes out with it to the middle. Graham, what a save, Modica. Unbelievable save as Williamson was able to feed it across, and MJ Graham was just denied right there. Cody Oakes tried to seal up Williamson. He missed on the hit. Graham is hard in on the forecheck, and Oakes will slow it up behind the Carolina net. 2 seconds and 1. Jake Schultz is out of the box. One shot for the River Dragons on the man advantage for Carolina. None for the Birds. There's a shot in it. Rutledge on the ice the whole way. Sticks it, gloves it, and takes the whistle. So 5 for 5 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. 6:54 left to go in the second, and it is still 1-0 Dragons. Nick Modica has found a loose stick that I believe belongs to the River Dragons. Or maybe the Birds. I'm not sure. Can't recognize the brand from up here. Don't know any of our guys that have a green shaft, though, so probably was the Birds, I guess. Butita wins the offensive zone draw for Carolina. Just held it at the point by Pelnick. Now look out. Williamson trying to send a man ahead, and Krupp just couldn't stay on sides as that puck delayed getting there off the skates of Peshtuka. It will fall for Modica all the way at the crease, though, and he'll have to cover up for a whistle. 6:43 left to go here in period 2. Dragons 1, Carolina 0 here at the Annex. Heck of a game for those of you joining in along the broadcast network. Of course, today's game also on Bounce 9.2. Happy with our friends at WTVM for doing all the legwork behind the scenes to make that happen. Oaks and Schultz tie up in the corner. That's a decided advantage for Schultz, but Oaks had the better angle, able to pick it out of the feet and send it out to center. Grade for Krupp. He gets checked there by Butita, so he dropped it back for Doyle. And Doyle's at his own end. He'll retreat behind his own net for some space. 6:18 left to go here in the second. PA announcer Stephen Marino employing for noise, and the Annex crowd responds in kind. Williamson from the red line dumps that one in, and Modica slows it up and plays it behind the net for a teammate. That's Zach Sargis. Up for Everett Thompson, tries to flip this one out, cross ice, he does. Fraziot's first on it, bottom of the circles, no icing. Fraziot takes a check. Nicoletti and Shapitzin tie up here. Nicoletti might have gotten one up high in Shapitzin, but we play on. Krupp, a pass ahead. He hits Petrantonio, right wing side. Petrantonio, pass back across. Krupp on the backhand, just a little bit too late getting to the slot. Fraziot, D-to-D across for Shapitzin. Left circle, fires, and a blocker save made there by Modica. Thompson flips this one out off of glass. Petrantonio puts a check onto him, and Zach Sargis will step up for his new teammate. Now here's Fraziot from behind the net, slows it up, and Columbus looks to start up a rush right after both teams get a change. Daniel Martin will come in, apply a little bit of pressure. Fraziot not phased from behind the net. Passing it over right wing side, Austin Doe. Oh, nifty move to get around him. Now ahead for Petrantonio. He fires a shot that goes up off the stick and out of play. He's getting himself in the way was George Holt. 5:08 left to go here in period 2. 1-0. Dragons lead it here over the Birds. Face-off coming to the left of Modica. Bersani to take this one against Hunt. Tied up, go to the far wall. Wings also tie up, and Hunt will just take his own face-off away. Holt will drop it back, but it's a high stick here against Carolina. And so we'll do another defensive zone draw, but right after immediate timeout. Excuse me, this is the one we keep here for the end of the second period. So we're going to keep it right here for right now. Apologies to those of you back on the back end listening in. 1-0, Dragons lead it over the Birds. Jagger Williamson, 2:14 mark of the second on the power play, and it was an athletic move. Stick between the legs as he was falling down, was able to get enough on it to chip it over the glove of Nick Modica. And right now, that is the difference between these two teams. River Dragons a perfect 5 for 5 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill, 1 for 3 on the Georgia Power power play. Just about everything going right for them, but they're in a battle. Shots on goal right now on the Heckler & Koch shot counter here in the building read 25-23 in favor of the Dragons. This Annex crowd that is pretty well full, I'd say somewhere around 2/3 to 3/4 full here in the building, have been kept mostly in check and quiet thanks to the River Dragons' stellar team play. We're out of the media timeout. Anderson is set to take this draw here against Hunt. Anderson sweeps it, wins it clean. Ozelin's a shot deflected, loose. Bersani tried to come back, still there for Finch, and he couldn't find the angle at the side of the net. Modica was down and out, and now he's also lost his glove. Thought that was his helmet for a minute, but he's lost his glove. And we will get a whistle as they allow him to recollect his equipment. We'll get another offensive zone draw coming up for Columbus. Heck of a chance right there. Ozelin's shot was deflected and bouncing around. That created the chaos. Very nearly a goal to double the lead for Columbus. 4:50 left to go here in period 2. PV false starts. Wasn't ordered to square up, ended up winning it. And Carolina sends it around the horn, but held in left point by Finch. He dumps it back into the corner. Peshnuka overskated it. Bersani to the middle, but he hit the side of the net. Held in at the right point by Ozelin. He pokes it across to Finch, left circle. He fires one, and a blocker save made there by Modica. Bersani's in the middle. He's being bothered by Pelnick. Now he'll bother Peshnuka, who's behind the net, looking to set up a breakout here for Carolina. Corrigan just able to put it out off the far boards. Ozelinch gives it back to Nolan in his own end. No icing here as it touches a Carolina body. And now here's Finch, left wing corner. He gets checked by Pelnick. Puck goes free for PV. Peshnuka one touch trying to work it out, and it falls to the stick of Butita. Butita right wing side being bothered there by Doe. His shot pad save. PV the rebound effort. And that one blocked away by Petrantonio. Now here's a chance for the Columbus captain, but Butita hustling back with him. And Petrantonio falls to a knee as he dumps one into the zone. Petrantonio good stick lift. He's still hustling it on the forecheck. High slot Petrantonio blocked by PV. Oaks with this puck. Checked there by the Columbus captain. Peavy trying to send it up the far wall. Nolan chips it to the top of the right wing circle for Austin Doe. Doe with some space. Looks, waits, backhand effort to the middle. Armstrong had his stick tied up there by Pelnick. Couple of sevens go at it. Armstrong gets the better of Corgan. Still in the zone. Doe to Armstrong, bottom of the left wing circle. Checked there by Peavy as it rims all the way around. Jagger Williamson fakes the slap shot one way, drives the goal line. Armstrong at a stick check, couldn't do a one-timer. Doyle fires and a stick save made by Modica. 3:15 left to go here in the second. River Dragons buzzing right now, looking for a second goal late in the period. Krupp fires and a good save made by the shoulder of Modica. Now here's Butita, gets this one out. Jagger Williamson on the back end. Now we get a penalty here as Krupp and Zach Sargis were talking to each other. And the Columbus penalty box door will open, and the crowd roars as former Thunderbird Jay Krupp will sit in the box. .303 left to go here in the second. MJ Graham discussing the call. We haven't yet to been given a signal on this, but 2 minutes has gone up on the board. It is going to be another slash, what we've been told. The face-off will come to the left of Rutledge. No love lost between this crowd and Jay Krupp. Jay Krupp's not even doing anything to egg him on. They're just loving the fact that he's in the box. Carolina wins the draw. Pelnick right point. Shot goes wide. Sixth Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night for the Dragons. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Grade with this puck. Near side corner. He sends it out. MJ Graham trying to lift the stick of Pelnick. Those two go down to the ice as their sticks were held up together. Cardinal from the red line up ahead for Thompson, trying to play in the slot to himself, too far on the first touch, and a penalty coming up as Everett Thompson knocked down Grade just away from the puck. So that's going to kill the remainder of the Carolina power play. 1:32 was left, and it will skate 4-on-4 for an extended period of time. Everett Thompson cross-checking the signal. So 6 for 6 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the Dragons. And after 92 seconds, they'll have an abridged Georgia Power power play.
Happy 12th birthday to Kate Graham. Happy birthday.
4-on-4. Bersani wins this draw, but it splits the defense, and Frazier has to go all the way back in his own blue line to collect. Bersani's in on sides, but he's bothered by Butita. Checked down the ice, and along the half wall, Cody Oakes takes it away for Carolina. Zach Sargis run into his by counterpart 26 Shapitzin, and Oakes will have it again behind the net. 1:10 left to go here in the 4-on-4. Cody Oakes far side circle, racing around Anderson. He's got some numbers. 3-on-2 as he hits the line left wing. Oakes fires wide of the blocker hand on Rutledge. Frazier trying to filter that one through Butita, just barely does so. Carolina tries to recollect, but on the far circle, Shapitzin will take it away for the Dragons. Shapitzin behind his own net for a little bit of relief. Escapes from Zach Sargis. Sends it ahead. Bersani back for a streaking Shapitzin. Open left wing. Left circle. Pass across. Went through Frazier. Here's Bersani in effort. They'll just play it to the side of the net. And Modica will cover it, but then play it off for Sargis with no pressure. 30 seconds left here in the 4-on-4. Here comes Hunt over the red line. Now 2-on-3 as he hits it. Trying to deke through some bodies. Backhand across back door. And sitting there right place, right time is Grade. Peshtuka at the half wall. Holds this one in. Petrantonio bothering him. And nobody there. On the left wing side. And the Thunderbirds very close to it. Too many men on the ice as we're still 4-on-4. But the man came out a little early. Here's Austin Doe. 2-on-1 with Petrantonio. Left wing circle. Pass across. Great sliding play right there by Pelnick to break that one up. Doe perhaps maybe a little bit too unselfish. Here's Martin. High slot. Shot blocked in front by Nolan. Hunt to the middle. Loose there in the slot. Knocked away by Nolan. Petrantonio feeds a streaking Doe. Out of the box is Krupp. This is a brief Georgia power play. Doe trying to get to the middle. And that one blocked away by Holt. Nolan runs into Talipov. Icing waved off because it's a short-handed opportunity here for Carolina. But Peavy gets run into by Frazier. This is going to be a penalty as Frazier lined him up for a boarding. Petrantonio slap pass hit Graham on the tape for a breakaway too. But Frazier perhaps a little bit too fast into the boards. That will kill off the final 3 seconds of the Georgia power play for Columbus. 1 for 4 on it tonight. And Frazier unhappy with the call as boarding is the signal. 37.4 left to go here in the second. 1-0 Dragons. Columbus, both Petrantonio and Krupp discussing this. And listen, in a game of this level of hostility, I think the officials have actually done a very good job in keeping things in check. They've called some things behind the play, some nonsense that's occurred between both teams. And when you've seen a penalty that's close to being infringed, they're calling it. Can't really argue with that. They're setting a standard. It's a stricter standard, but you know what? In a game like this, it's okay to expect that, and it's kept this game in check too. Not only is the score being 1-0, I'm going to give a lot of kudos to the Stripes so far in tonight's game. So we're 4-on-4 here for 3 seconds. Carolina thought they might have had a man advantage right away, but the clock said otherwise. Now out of the box comes Thompson, and just in time, Columbus is able to dump the puck down ice to start another Houston Clinic penalty kill, 7th of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength, 6-on-6, 6 for 6 so far tonight. Butita skates this one in. Williamson puts a good stick on him, but it falls for Hunt. Moving it over to Butita, back for Hunt. Pad save made Rutledge. Rebound loose in the crease, and Rutledge will end up finding it, but actually goes outside there. And now here comes a little bit of a brouhaha. Ozelinch and Graham each tie up with somebody, and everyone's got a dance partner except Peshtuka, who doesn't want to take the draw outside of the neutral zone, so he stays where he's at. So 4-on-4, everybody dancing, and linesmen are hugging it out with a couple of bodies. 10.9 left to go here in the second. Dragons 1, Thunderbirds nothing. 1:34 left to go in the Frazier Minor. And let's see if we get anything out of this. Edgar's Ozelinch is being ushered across, and so too is Tommy Cardinal. So it looks like each man will sit, but because it is 5-on-4, that will not drop us down to 4-on-3. And we have 10.9 left to go in the second. It will remain 5-on-4. Oh, a double minor is what we're being told for Ozelinch. But yet there's 4 on the ice for Columbus. And Jerome Bichard is livid on the bench, as he's being told he's got to take one off. Oh boy. Some subtle irony here on my part, perhaps. 10.9 left to go in the second. Graham is the one going to come off, not Grade. Obviously you don't want one defenseman out there for the triangle. 10.9 left to go in the second. That's all you got to kill off. Petrantonio is going to come out and talk about this. Ozelinch picked up a double minor and for roughing, and Cardinal only picked up 1 2-minute for roughing. So that extra 2 minutes does go up on the board, and that's why it's 5-on-3 here, and it's going to be 5-on-3 for a while. If the River Dragons can kill off this 10.9 to end the second, it'll be 1:24 of 5-on-3 to start the third. Another Houston Clinic penalty kill. Jagger Williamson in on the draw, wins it to the corner. Grade is immediately checked there by Hunt. 5 seconds left to go as they try to kill it off. Pelnick loose in the slot, couldn't get out of his feet, and then a good block there by Schultz, and that will do it for 40 minutes of play. Peshtuka could not let a shot go. So the River Dragons PK is going to have to get to work early and often in the third period, but thanks to Jagger Williamson's effort in the early parts of the Wild Animal Safari second period, the Dragons take a lead into the room. 1-0 Columbus through 40 minutes of play. The McDonald's second intermission report comes up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like Well, like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
He was the heart of your family, and he taught you our history. He helped you fix your first flat. He was the best backyard DJ around, and every time he'd tell a story, he'd own the room. But now more than ever, he may feel alone. Today, older adults and their loved ones are struggling to connect, in a time when connection has never been more important. But there is something we can do. Embrace our older loved ones through StoryCorps Connect. With StoryCorps Connect, you can honor seniors remotely with an interview about their life. Every interview will be archived at the Library of Congress, becoming part of American history, so that years from now, future generations can listen in.
All right, Grandpa, what's one piece of advice you have for me?
Just 3 words, sweetheart. Live with courage. The man that had the best stories still has plenty of stories to tell. So connect virtually and share the conversation of a lifetime at storycorpsconnect.org/AARP. Connect, honor, share. StoryCorps Connect. A message from AARP, StoryCorps, and the Ad Council.
We are back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. McDonald's second intermission report sees the River Dragons up 1-0 on the Carolina Thunderbirds after a Jagger Williamson power play goal, 2:14 into the second period of play. 29-24 in favor of the Dragons on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. Be honest with you, not something we can say very often, especially in this building in years past. An opponent out shooting the Thunderbirds. That's been the case so far. And interestingly, it's also been that way despite the power play advantages one way or the other, if you will. Right now, the River Dragons, when they come out to start the third period, will have to kill off roughly 90 seconds of 5-on-3. They took the penalties off the board as the intermission clock runs, but my memory will tell me it's probably somewhere around the 120 to 130 mark of 5-on-3 time after Edgars Ozelinch picked up an extra in a double minor/minor situation out of a scrum. Now, out of all of that, obviously, the River Dragons will have to kill off their 7th and 8th penalties of the night. They're 6 for 6 so far. River Dragons are also 1 for 4 on the Georgia power play. So when you look at those numbers combined, you think, wow, Thunderbirds are going to be on the 7th and 8th power plays of the night for themselves, yet are being outshot by 5 right now compared to the Dragons, who have had half as many power play opportunities, but again, have cashed in on one. That was Jagger Williamson, who currently has the difference. Not much else to report on otherwise. It's been a very interesting game for sure. With the 4th of 5 in a row, you could tell the teams are starting to get sick of each other, but with how close this game is, it's become tense more than it has been chippy. And the referees, like I said earlier, I thought have been doing a pretty good job of keeping this game in check and making sure we're playing some smart hockey. I know Jerome Bichard was unhappy with the Edgars Ozelinch extra minor out of all of that. I'd have to say I slightly agree with him just because the Dragons were already down 5-on-4 when that situation happened. But hey, that's the situation that's in front of you to start the third. Got to get out there, get the penalty killing skates on, and do your best for the first 90 seconds or so in this one. Let's take another break. When we come back, the McDonald's second intermission report rolls on with a Zelmo zip-in look around the league. Hey, since we're past the 7 o'clock hour, now we can finally start telling you about some of these games going on in the league. Don't go anywhere. That comes up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
And you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Some of the best sounds you'll ever hear are generic. Safe, effective, even money-saving, just like FDA-approved generic drugs. Even if they don't come in the exact same color or shape as their brand name equivalents, they have the same key ingredients and go through a rigorous review process. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist today and visit fda.gov/generic drugs. Generics are safe, effective, and can save you money. You'll like the sound of that.
Back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex, River Dragons lead the Thunderbirds by a score of 1-0, thanks to Jagger Williamson's second of the year that came on the power play so far in tonight's contest. That's the only scoring to speak of. The penalty situation, again, the River Dragons will have to kill a long 5-on-3 when we get ready to start period number 3. The McDonald's second intermission report. Hey, remember, Wednesday night, these two teams meet up for the 5th and final time in a row here in the early season. There will be other Carolina-Columbus matchups, don't worry, but the November 24th game that comes up on Wednesday, that is your first McDonald's Friends and Family Night. Shout out to the Peasold Management Group and your local Chattahoochee Valley area McDonald's. You can get 4 tickets to a select River Dragons game, 4 hats, and 4 vouchers good for a combo meal at any of the local McDonald's in the Chattahoochee Valley for the low cost of $48. That's a $125 value for $48 plus tax. Visit ourdragons.com/MCD deal for more details or call the ticket office tomorrow for the River Dragons when we open on Monday at 706-507-GOAL, 706-507-4625. The McDonald's 4 for $48 family plan, that starts up next home game Wednesday, November 24th. The same two teams meet in the Civic Center. Let's take a look at the rest of the league now on the Zelmo Zip-In Look Around the League. Zelmo's the official fuel provider of your Columbus River Dragons. 1-0 as it stands here in Carolina. Again, Jagger Williamson the difference. In the other half of a home-and-home, Watertown is at Danbury this time. We're in the late stages of the first period, and the Wolves have a 2-1 lead over the Hat-Tricks. Danbury got on the board first. Gordy Bunnell, 10:35 mark. Answered about a minute and a half later by Colin Chamelka, and then 50 seconds after Chamelka's goal, Michael Mann has given Watertown the lead where it currently sits. Danbury leads Watertown in shots, 16-11. Watertown leads in goals by a score of 2-1. Penalty summary got something interesting. Cole McKechnie, a throwing the stick minor. That's an odd one to see on the scoreboard there, but okay. We can always take a look at that and see if we can't find something interesting every now and again. Meanwhile, elsewhere, in Binghamton, the Port Huron Prowlers and Binghamton Black Bears are through 20 minutes of play. The Port Hurons holding themselves in it nicely. It's 1-1 so far. Binghamton, Nikita Avashkin, he had a hat trick last night. He opens the scoring, 4:35 into period 1, and then Zach Frisura tied it up at the 18:37 mark of the period with an assist to Cade Lambden. 1-1 Port Huron and Binghamton. Prowlers trying to avoid being swept after suffering an 8-1 defeat on the road last night at the Visions Veteran Memorial Arena. Had a fight in that one as well. Cade Lambden and Tyler Becker at the 19:11 mark. So 18:37 of the first. Cade Lambden gets an assist. 19:11 mark, 30-some seconds later, picks up his fight. Check if Cade Lambden gets a goal tonight. See if he finds himself a Gordie Howe hat trick tonight. That would be interesting. That's your Zelmo Zip-In Look Around the League. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Quick peek over at the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Fayetteville starting to put a drubbing here on Macon, 6-2. They lead over the Mayhem with 20 minutes left to play. They are just about to drop puck to ice in the third period. Macon only has 11 shots on goal through the first 40 minutes. Yikes. We are near the 8 o'clock hours. That means the rest of the games will be starting up in the SPHL soon. Roanoke at Evansville, Knoxville at Vermilion County. Both are slated for a top-of-the-hour puck drop. 8:05 East, 7:05 Central, Quad City at Pensacola. 8:15 East, 7:15 Central, Huntsville is at Peoria. Then we go elsewhere to the ECHL. We have a battle in Florida. We're looking at last night's games. The Battle of Florida today is Jacksonville at Florida. In the first period, 1-1 between the Icemen and the Everblades. The Maine Mariners and Orlando Solar Bears are scoreless in the early stages of the second period. And late in the first, Cincinnati and Atlanta are currently scoreless. In the NHL, the Hurricanes won 5-4 on the road in LA. Tampa Bay suffered a loss 5-3 to the visiting New Jersey Devils. Florida's up 3-1 at the end of the second period over Minnesota, and Montreal with an early 1-0 lead over Nashville. That game being played over in eastern Quebec. Montreal 1, Nashville 0. 4:08 left to go in the first there. That's the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take another break. When we come back, we look ahead to the Houston Clinic third period. After this, on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made from scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, serve with big smiles at a great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
The Chattahooch's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
Are back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex near the end of the McDonald's second intermission report. I'm Zach DeBozart. 1-0 River Dragons currently lead it over the Carolina Thunderbirds thanks to Jagger Williamson's power play goal at the 2:14 mark with an assist to Jay Krupp. Well, you're getting ready to start the third period of play. It will be a long 5-on-3 for Columbus on the wrong side of things. The Houston Clinic penalty kill is still on with Frigeau and Ozelinch currently sitting in the box. And that hurts even more when you consider that those two guys are bigger bodies and very good penalty killers. You're really going to have to dig deep on the PK side of things. That so far has been perfect, 6 for 6, and has been the hottest PK unit to start in this league. Heck, maybe even in professional hockey, because coming into today, the River Dragons running 96% rate, and the only one that they had given up was to Daniel Martin last night. So if they can hold on to the 1-0 lead through the opening 90 seconds plus, you get a very good feeling the Dragons will build on that momentum and really start searching for that insurance goal to try and get to a 2-0 advantage. But you got to play with what's in front of you, take it shift by shift, and I know that's what Jerome Bichard is preaching in the locker room as he gets his guys amped up and ready to go in front of a very hostile, albeit subdued crowd, because they haven't had anything to go nuts about yet. Thunderbirds are still scoreless in this one. It's the Dragons up 1-0 as we conclude the McDonald's second intermission report. When we come back, it's the Houston Clinic third period after this in the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Hey Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
I'm Alicia Lawrence, the Director of Communications for Muskogee County School District, and I am so excited about this year's United Way campaign. I've been given for over 5 years to the United Way of the Chattahoochee Valley, and I think it's so important that we top our goals this year and go even above for our community during this tough year. If you want to give, go ahead and reach out to unitedwayofvcv.org today to find out how you can contribute.
Apologies for that, everybody. We are back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. Little mishap with the audio there, and we should be back and good to go here. River Dragons and Thunderbirds back out onto the ice. River Dragons dressed in their road white jerseys with the Sash Columbus across the chest, white helmets, black shoulders, numbers, and pants. They will go left to right across your radio dial. Jared Rutledge mans the crease to our left. River Dragons netminder has stopped 24 shots he has seen so far in this one. There will be a minute and a half, roughly, 5-on-3 time. As the seconds tick down for the intermission clock, we will know officially how much time is left on, because they don't want to let it run concurrent with that. It's 20 seconds left on the clock. Either way, Dragons left to right, Thunderbirds right to left. Home red jerseys for Carolina. You have the Big Bird logo on the chest. Black helmets and pants, white numbers with white trim on the jersey. They go right to left. Nick Modica has made 28 saves on 29 River Dragons shots. The horn has sounded. Fraziot in the box, along with Ozelinch, and Finch is in to serve Ozelinch's extra 2. That's another penalty-killing body that's in the box for Jerome Bichard. This is going to be a tough one, to be sure. Also in the box for Carolina, that is Tommy Cardinal. Hey, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification in the Columbus River Dragons radio network. We are back. Penalties are being sorted out. Petrantonio discussing with the officials. There is 1:23 of 5-on-3 time, and Edgar Ozelinch has 150 still on his. So 150 of total power play time for Carolina to start this one up. But 1:23 of 5-on-3, that's going to be the killer. If Carolina scores, they're still on the power play. Look out, it could snowball. Here we go. Houston Clinic, third period is underway. Carolina wins the opening drop. They're going right to left. Peshtuka gives it up to Butita. Now gets it over to Hunt as he dumps this one in left wing side. Rutledge from behind the net, rims it around the glass, held in by Martin, right wing circle. Down into the corner, now back up to the point. Here's Peshtuka. Peshtuka looking for a passing lane. Has it bottom of the circles to Sargis. Back for Peshtuka, now for Hunt here at the left wing circle. Hunt fires, save made by Rutledge. Saw that one easy through a lane and takes a whistle. 19:34 left to go here in the Houston Clinic third period and 58 seconds of Houston Clinic 5-on-3 penalty kill time. That is when Paul Frazier will be a free man. Peavy wins the draw. Hunt has it at the left point. Hunt goes D to D across and it hits off Peshtuka's stick and it gets out of the zone. So the River Dragons will be able to kill off some more time and change the body. Here's Martin in over at left wing side. Drops it back for Butita. Butita at the point to Peshtuka center point. Now back for Hunt at the left. Over to Butita right wing circle. Peshtuka walks it top left wing circle. Backdoor. They score. Beautiful backdoor play. John Butita puts it into the net. And it was a 5-on-3 goal. 19:10 to go in the third, and it's 1-1. Not much you could do about that if you're Jared Rutledge. Good tic-tac passing up at the top. Eventually opened up a lane. Butita streaked in from the right side and was able to tap it home on a great feed from Yuri Peshtuka. 50 seconds into the third period. It's 1-1. Frazier's out of the box. There's still 1:01 of Houston Clinic penalty kill time, though, as Edgar Zozelinch's extra minor stands tall now. Pelnick from behind his own net gives it to Talipov. Works up the near wall. Grade will dump that one in. Williamson has to touch up in the delayed offsides. And now here's Talipov moving up again. Peavy with the full head of steam. 3-on-4 as he hits the line left wing side. Being watched by Williamson. Left point, Talipov gets this one over to Pelnick. Right point. Pelnick winds up. A deflection by Butita. A save made by Rutledge as he was in too close. Doyle on the backhand. MJ Graham trying to work it out. Takes a big check from Pelnick, but he's able to get the puck out, and that's important right now. Here still on the kill. 18 seconds remaining in this Carolina power play. It's dumped down the length of the ice by Frazier. Slowed up by Modica. 10 ticks left. Finch is standing up in the box. He's got the extra. He's serving for Ozelich. Corrigan dodges around one man. Out of the box here comes Finch. It's dumped in from the right side of red, so no icing. Out of all of that, 7 for 8 still on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. That shot was on net from a long way away. Could have been icing, but Modica had to pat it as he was hanging on to his post. Here's Corrigan from his own blue line. 1-1 our score. Birds have tied it up on the power play. Corrigan's shot, and that ends up getting blocked by Shapitzin. Frazier double-teamed in the corner. Shapitzin comes in and lays a body there onto Thompson. Now along the goal line, pass to Nicoletti, and his effort goes high over the shoulder of Rutledge and wide. Shapitzin tries to send this one out. Peshtuka kicks it in, right back for Shapitzin. Tries to filter it through for Finch, but that one just too far out of his reach. Cody Oakes going after this one. Oakes drops it back, and here's Everett Thompson. Thompson being bothered by his counterpart 15 in Bersani. Now this crowd has started to come to life with that early minute goal and the fact that the game is now tied. Zach Sargis can't hold it in. It's a delayed offside. Stretch pass 2-on-1. Austin Doe left circle. Glove save made there by Modica. He thought he had it. He was holding it out, and it was rebounded out, and it was collected by Pelnick, and eventually he works it out of the zone for Carolina. Doyle with this puck. 3 minutes gone here in the Houston Clinic third period. Butita from Peshtuka, the power play goal, right now has this game tied up at 1 apiece. Austin Doe spinning around in his own zone, fighting through a little bit of a hook from Daniel Martin, able to work it out to center, puts it on the stick of Levi Armstrong, who will casually dump it into the Carolina end. River Dragons attacking left to right across your radio dial here in this third period of play. Martin, backhand, sends this one out to center. Grade plays it back in. It's delayed offsides. Krupp quickly touches up. Off the wall with this puck here is Frazier. Frazier in his own blue line trying to feed Krupp. He's missing him on the pass, and that's going to go for icing here against the Dragons. The shift had just started here, though, for the Jagger, Williamson, MJ Graham, and Jay Krupp line, so not too many tired bodies out there, but it's a Carolina offensive zone draw. And Edgar Zozelinch is allowed to return from the penalty box as he's had all his time served. So penalty boxes are now empty. How long will that last in this one? Face off to the left of Rutledge. Peavy wins it. Shot from the right point, high over the glove hand, hits a stanchion weird, and sits behind the net. Frazier trying to play it up the near boards. Graham gets checked there by Talipov. MJ Graham will come out with it, though, bottom of the circles. Spin it back behind the net for more support. And now, long stretch pass up ice, knocked away by Peshtuka. Big collision of bodies at the blue line along the far wall. Krupp lays it off, and Holt's going to get to it just in front of MJ Graham before he could go on a rush in. George Holt checked there by his counterpart, 22, Jake Krupp. This one flipped into the zone by Corrigan, right onto the stick of Frazier. This one knocked down by Peshtuka, so no icing on the long stretch pass attempt for Krupp. Graham lines up a hit there on Holt in the corner. Williamson trying to find this one in the corner. It pops over his stick. Graham lays a body there onto Talipov. Williamson comes out with it to the middle. Krupp, and a save made right there by Modica. And Graham and Krupp are going to get involved with Corrigan and Holt, and the linesmen are quickly going to intervene. Krupp might have gotten a touch on that puck as it was being sent towards center. And I thought for a moment maybe Modica might have bobbled it, but he squeezes the pads, keeps it out, and keeps this game at 1-1. Shots 32-28 in favor of the Dragons on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. 15:33 to go here in period 3. Schultz has this off the Columbus win. Nolan, left point, fires a shot blocked by Butita before he could get to any real danger. Butita's outlet was weak off the half wall. Anderson down to Bersani. Bersani on the backhand. He gets checked, and that's an awkward fall into the boards right there. Ozelinch pinching on the play, and Carolina will just chip it around him. Nolan at his own blue. Ozelinch feeds it in, and Oakes will feed it back out. Down the ice it goes. Carolina got a touch on the right side of red, though. Ozelinch, look out, he skated at the wrong way of the net. Centering feed from Martin, nobody home in a red jersey to collect it. Thompson puts a big check there onto Nolan. Butita intercepted by Anderson, and it's 3-on-3, bunched up through the middle for Columbus. Anderson dodges a check, backhands it into the near corner. Peshtuka racing after it. Anderson picked it off his stick, drops it back for Bersani to the middle, and he splits the defense all the way down to Frazier and Shapitzin. Rutledge will have to come out and play this. Martin is first on him on the forecheck. He'll play it to the far corner. Shapitzin reverses it and rims it back around here to the near side. 14:35 left to go here in the third. Schultz had that one hit him on the backside, couldn't handle it, but he gets it right back. Filters it through for Doe. Doe takes a check, backhand save made, rebound score! Josh Petrantonio in his former barn. 2-1 gives Columbus back the lead. Huge goal right there for the captain. What a time to get your first. Josh Petrantonio, his first of the year at the 5:34 mark of the third, has restored the lead for Columbus 2-1. The first even strength goal in tonight's game. Petrantonio, an assist from Doe and Schultz, the 5:34 mark of the third. For those of you keeping score with us at home, Jake Schultz, first game back. He gets himself an apple on Rutgers. Right now, the difference between these two teams. Petrantonio units buzzing out there. They pick it out of the corner. Left point. Shapitzin rings the crossbar. From about 50 feet away, Shapitzin has rang his second piece of iron on the night. Now Shapitzin from behind the net sends this one around the near boards. He takes a check there from Cardinal. Armstrong takes a hit as it goes down ice. Won't have the legs for icing. Corrigan has it at the bottom of the circles, and Columbus will wholesale change behind this. Corrigan gets the legs moving, gets it around Williamson as he enters the zone, left wing side. Trying to get around Grade. He's with it beneath the goal line behind the net. Doyle takes a hit on him, but he dodges it. Krupp picks it up off the side of the net, centering attempt. Gets it ahead for MJ Graham. He gets the wheels turning. Graham on the backhand, left wing circle. He's headed off at the pass by Peshtuka. Knocked back behind, side of the net, and Krupp had a chance at it, but it's covered up by the blocker hand of Modica. And now we get our first media timeout of the period. Back and forth we go. Thunderbirds tied it up. River Dragons have the lead right back. 30 seconds and we're back on the Columbus River Dragons broadcast network.
A game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
We are back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. River Dragons lead by 1, but it was an eventful start to the third period. 50 seconds in, John Butita, a power play goal in the back door. And then just recently, Josh Petrantonio restoring Columbus's lead on a rebound coughed up by Modica. Austin Doe, the initial shot. Jake Schultz also picked up an assist. We're back underway. Carolina wins the defensive zone draw. Held in by grade right point. Deflection effort. Loose in the slot. It's high in the air, and Martin will find it as it comes down to earth. Martin tied up with Williamson on his stick. Jaggers ended up picking it out of the scrum. Jagger Williamson lays this one back over for Grade. Grade dodges a check and just gets it out past the blue, so Butita can't hold in. Now Butita spins back around with speed, gets tripped up. No penalty coming. Crowd wanted that one. Butita trying to lay it back. Instead, it goes left circle to Martin. Daniel Martin fires that one. Good block by Grade in front. Grade is boxing out Everett Thompson. Butita then lifts the stick, picks it up for Carolina. Now it falls to an open far corner, and Croup backhands this one. Weird hop off the stanchion, and he'll put right in the path of MJ Graham. Graham with this. He's got Doyle on the right wing, 2-on-2. Graham fires a shot, and a stick save made by Nick Modica. Here's Chris Hunt with this puck. Left wing circle, trying to spin away from a check of Ozelinch. Ozelinch keeps him bottled up nicely along the hash marks. Now at the left point, Cardinal slips and falls, but Cody Oakes is able to keep it in for the Thunderbirds. Oakes trying to play it to the middle. Dalton Anderson bothering him. Oakes drives the net. Shoulder save Rutledge. Rebound right in front of him, and he puts the glove on it. And now Noah Doyle wants a piece of Cody Oakes. Tommy Cardinal comes in, and everyone's going to draw in. And look out, Pelnick just went underneath the hash. Pelnick doing a little bit of a buzz-by, just went underneath the hash. If that was detected, this face-off should come outside the zone. Cody Oakes has lost his lid. Penalty box doors are opening. Oakes is being escorted over, as is Noah Doyle. I wonder if there are going to be any extras out of this. 12:16 left to go in the third. Last time we had something like this, we did see an extra called. But here, not quite sure. It looks to be a lot less discussion. I believe we just saw the referee's hand signals to each bench, says 5-on-5. And it will stay as a defensive zone draw for Columbus. No, they did take it out. Linesman did pull it all the way out. Heads up by this officiating crew. Is it 5-on-5 or 4-on-4? I can't see the ref's fingers from here, but Carolina's put out 5. Columbus has put out 4. Nothing's on the board. 4-on-4. All right, that's what we officially got from the off-ice sitting next to me here. So we're putting them up. There it goes. 19 and 4, each 2 minutes on the board. We're 4-on-4 here for a good bit. A lot of open ice. Let's see who it favors. 12:16 to go in the third. Petrantonio wins this one. Frazier has it back in his own end. Gives over for Shapitzin. Back for Frazier near circle. Up for Doe. And Doe has his stick clashed by Pelnick. And Pelnick nearly runs into Peshtuka, but those two trade places, and now Carolina starts to rush up the other way. Onto the stick of Cardinal. Cardinal dodges a check of Shapitzin. With it at the bottom of the circles, Petrantonio. Good job lifting his stick and frees the puck for Frazier. Nice sidestep move. Gets it to Doe on the right wing side. Austin Doe skates it in over the line. Good pass across. Left wing circle Shapitzin. Drops it back for Petrantonio. In the corner. Along the board Shapitzin. Leaves it for Doe behind the net. Doe spins away here from Peavy. To the left wing circle Shapitzin. Columbus trying to change behind this. Shapitzin's shot blocked. Peshtuka trying to have numbers back, but the change allows Columbus to be in defensive mode. Here's Peavy's shot. Sticked wide by Rutledge. That was a weak one. And Frazier collects the scraps. Jagger Williamson with some speed. He's got MJ Graham on the drop. Williamson tries to drive towards the net. Gets held up a little bit. Knocked down and a penalty coming up. Here comes Grade with the puck. Right circle. Grade fires. Save made there by Modica. And Williamson down on a knee. Making sure he got that call. I think he saw that the back official didn't have it. Was making sure that it was called. And the front official does have it. And holding is the call. Going against Ramil Talipov. Crowd, as you can tell, does not like it. A 4-on-3 Georgia power play coming up here for the Dragons. That's a lot of space to work with. Ramil Talipov, 2 minutes for holding, 11-12 to go in the third. Georgia power play on once again, 1 for 4 so far tonight for the Dragons. There's Jagger Williamson, who scored on the power play back in the second, and he takes his opening draw against Butita. It's tied up. Rugby scrum. Schultz works it out and plays to Frazier. Frazier with it at the right point, sets it up. Williamson at the hash marks, right wing side. Back to Frazier at the top, just holds it in along the blue. Schultz, left wing circle with it to the middle. Graham going to save Modica. Rebound loose underneath him, and he'll spread eagle face down and find it. 10:56 left to go here in the third. 40 ticks left before Doyle and Oaks are free. And that's when it becomes a 5-on-4 power play from the 4-on-3 that it currently is. Williamson and Butita again to the left of Modica. This time the rugby scrum does go the way of Columbus again. Schultz and Frazier play a little catch. Nice sauce pass. Schultz, high slot, blasts one. That's a heck of a block right there by Pelnick. Now look out, Zach Sargent has a step in front of Schultz. Frazier was able to posture himself back, and that will stop the rush for Carolina. Jagger Williamson spins away from Butita. Here's MJ Graham up ahead with it. Graham, left wing circle, stops, fires. That one just off the top of the glove of Modica as it goes to the near side. Here's Schultz with the puck. Trying to spin it back from backhand to forehand. Peshtuka bothering him. Peshtuka will collect and dump it down cross ice 200 feet. Both men standing up in the box. 2 seconds and 1. Oaks and Doyle are out. It's still a Georgia power play. Just a 5-on-4 now. Frazier plays this one over to Petrantonio. Has to dodge out of the way of MJ Graham. Lost the puck. And here's Peshtuka. Gains the red. Dumps it in softly and goes to complete his shift. Halfway through the third, 2-1 Dragons, and 46 seconds still left to go in a Georgia power play. Here's Petrantonio through the middle, 3-on-3, right wing side. Now he starts trending in the corner, takes it behind the net on the forehand. Top of the left wing circle, Shapitzin to Grade. Now gets this one over right circle to Doe. Circle to circle, Shapitzin fakes the shot. Petrantonio tight angle, and he rang the side of the cage. Armstrong with it in the corner. Trying to get this one for Doe. Armstrong and Doe end up trading places. Now Doe's with the bottom of the circles to Petrantonio. Oh, he drilled one too many stick moves trying to pull it back, and he got checked off the puck. Cardinal will dump this one down. 13 seconds left to go in the minor penalty here for Talipov. He stands up, eagerly awaiting to return to the ice. Grade skates it out of his own end. A pass up ahead to Shapitzin. Hits the back of his man. That's Anderson on the pass. Peavy moves it ahead. Out of the box, Talipov. 1 for 5 on the Georgia power play tonight are the Dragons. Still 2-1, they lead it with just over 9 minutes to go here in the third. Finch will backhand dump this one in off the glass. And in the right wing corner, Oaks overskated it for a moment, but he's got time to recollect. Oaks left it dangerously out at that circle. Carolina bails him out, and Peshtuka cross ice dump at the Columbus line. It's found by Nolan. Nolan and Ozelinch play a little catch. Now this one goes off the skate of Anderson, so no icing as he's able to get the kick on it. Anderson and Oaks tie up in the corner. Goes up the half wall. Nolan holds in left point. That one well high over the bar. Peshtuka racing after this one. Plays it off the body of Anderson. It's still on the near boards. Bersani from the red line dumps it in, then realizes he's F1 on the forecheck. Hustles in. Oh, Modica bobbled that one. And coming back, Talipov just in front of Bersani. Otherwise, he had a chance at that one on the wraparound. Corrigan plays this one into the zone, trying to get between the Columbus defense. Nolan in front of him as he takes it far corner. Nolan able to work that out, splitting the Carolina D. And here's Pelnick, who has it back at his own line. Up ahead for Butita, off the wall. Good pass geometry on for Hunt. Fakes the shot, backdoor play, and Rutledge was able to kick it out from the crease. Nolan up ahead for Williamson. He gets the wheels turning. Up ahead for MJ Graham. He's trying to thread through both Carolina defenders. Jake Krupp with it left wing side. He's headed up by Pelnick. Big check laid on there. Oh, look out. They score in the middle. Modica bobbled it, and it goes across the line. 3-1. Dragons have a big lead now. 7:48 to go in the third, and Jake Krupp, I think while being checked by Pelnick, ends up scoring this goal. In the corner, Pelnick had lined up Krupp for a big hit, and the crowd was lit up from it. But Krupp had put it towards the middle, and Modica mishandled it, and it goes over the goal line and in. They're announcing the goal here. Tough to hear from up top. We'll get it to you in just a minute when we see it online, but it's 3-1 Dragons, 7:48 left to go here in regulation. Columbus has found that insurance goal. Offsides is the call, and I believe we're going to get our media timeout out of this. We will. So let's take our media timeout. We come back. No, we are not. Okay. We play on. So Carolina wins this draw and they're back in their own end with it. Oaks moving this one up to Peavy. A backhand dump. Frigeau racing after this one. He's got Cardinal all over his back, and he finishes him off in the corner. Shot from Daniel Martin. Easy glove save made by Rutledge, and he will get the whistle. Officials talking with the scorekeepers table. Maybe get an explanation of when we're getting our media timeout. I'm not 100% sure. We're not going to get it now. All right, we'll keep playing on. We'll make it up in postgame, I guess. Face-off coming to the right of Rutledge. Petrantonio v. Butita on this one. Tied up. Thompson with it. Left wing circle. Now into the corner with it. Being watched by Grade. Thompson stops up, puts it on the forehand. Grade still all over him as they go to the hash marks. Trying to pick it off the wall. Armstrong trying to work it out. It's loose in the slot for a moment. Doe gets in front of a man. Thompson shot. Whistled it wide just past the glove hand of Rutledge. Doe collects this puck on the far wall. Here's Petrantonio, some speed ahead. 3-on-2 for the Dragons if they hustle. Doe with it left wing side, just on sides. Armstrong fires, and a pad save made by Modica. Loose in the high slot. Doyle will find it at the right point. Doyle fires one. Score! Noah Doyle, seeing eye shot, top right corner. 4-1, Dragons pouring it on now. Two goals, 57 seconds apart. And Noah Doyle has his first on the year. Seeing eye shot, top right corner. Have to think Modica was screened based on his reaction to it. And it is 4-1 Columbus as they are set to take all 6 points from this weekend, barring anything crazy coming from Carolina. Peavy and Bersani in on this draw. We get the whistle. And Finch and Martin came in a little too close. Now the puck is dropped, and Bersani, good effort, falling to a knee, wins it back. Ozelinch for Finch, sends it up the near side wall. Bersani had to fight through Peavy there, and now it's dumped out, only just out of the zone. Nolan played it back in, but it's gloved out of the air by Peavy. Here comes Carolina, 3-on-4, left wing side as they hit the line. Peavy, a pass across the slot, nobody home. At the right point with this, it is Sargis. He fires a shot. That one's in the equipment of Ozelinch. It eventually falls to the ice, and Bersani cannot get around Sargis. That's a good play there by the former River Dragon, cheating up on the play and nearly got caught in no man's land. 6:12 left to go here in the third. And look out, a turnover, loose in the slot for a moment. And Cody Oakes skates it out of danger. Oakes with some speed, trying to get around Dalton Anderson. Oakes had that one pop up off his stick at the worst time, just as he was trying to pull the trigger. Now here's Oleg Shapitsin, who dumps this one down. A couple of stick taps between the two benches. And now here's Peshtuka from the red line. He comes into the zone. Frigeau knocks this one away. Graham played it to the near side wall. Peshtuka on it there as he's pinching on the play. Peshtuka across. Nicoletti, a shot, they score! Peshtuka to Nicoletti. Got Rutledge going side to side. It's 4-2. So after what has been a very stingy and defensive game, the third period is where it has all opened up. Catch you up quick. 12-12 mark. Jagger Williamson is second of the game, third of the year. Graham and Troop the assists. 13:04 mark is when Doyle scored, and then right there, a minute and 12 seconds later, it is David Nicoletti who picks up his first of the year. Peshtuka over the red line for Butita, takes a check from Schultz. 5:28 left to go in the third. It's 4-2 Dragons. Nicoletti, the most recent goal scorer, races after this in his own end. MJ Graham nearly was able to take one away on an outlet. Butita gives this one back to Peshtuka. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Peshtuka, a drive wide of the glove hand. Nicoletti, a second effort. That one goes high up off his stick and into the netting and out of play. 5:11 left to go in the third. Doyle from Doe and Petrantonio at the 13:09 mark, and then Nicoletti from Peshtuka. That's where we are, all caught up. As the score sits right now at 4-2 Columbus. 5:11 to go in the third. Carolina's pushing. They're trying to get something out of this weekend, and more importantly, maybe for them, trying to give this crowd something to go home with. Columbus trying to sweep the weekend as they win this defensive zone draw and push it out all the way to the Carolina end. Talipov, oh, he flipped that one straight out of play. And this is going to be a delay of game against the Thunderbirds defenseman. We get immediate timeout. We're under 5. The conclusion of regulation after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
Ramil Talipov, 2 minutes delay of game, 4:52 left to go in the third. 6th Georgia power play of the night, and perhaps even bigger, 2 minutes where the Thunderbirds will be shorthanded with less than 5 minutes to go here in this game. Face-off coming to the left of Modica. Petrantonio v. Peavy on this one. Again, Dragons 1 for 5 on the Georgia power play tonight. Jagger Williamson in the second period had the tally. Austin Doe with this one. He gets checked by Peshtuka. Petrantonio finds this puck. Loose Carolina stick. Recollected there by Peavy. Grade, left circle, shot. Save made Modica. Rebound goes out to the right circle of Petrantonio. He drops it back for Doyle, and that one goes through his stick, and he has to go all the way back out, and River Dragons will have to regroup. Grade for Petrantonio. Sends this one over for Armstrong. Now one touch into the path of Doe. Doe, right wing circle. Knocked off his stick there by Pelnick. Good check by him as he goes into the corner. Armstrong trying to fish this one out. Peshtuka now ties up with him. 2-on-2 battle far near corner in the Carolina end. Doe works it back. Left point. Great shot. Deflect. Save made Modica. Trying to go on that backdoor play, and Armstrong was denied. Face-off coming to the left of the Carolina netminder. 1:16 left to go here in the Georgia power play. Williamson v. Butita on the draw. Williamson wins it clean. Frazier, right point, overskated it for a moment, then just has to push it back into the corner to prevent a rush. Krupp, and that one fall off of his stick. Holt trying to send it out. Frazier holds it at the right point. For Williamson at the circles, now back for Graham, pass across. Nice read there by Pelnick, got his body down and blocked it. A minute left to go here in the Georgia power play. River Dragons happy to have the zone, killing off time. Graham a shot, pad save Modica. Tommy Cardinal comes out with it far circle and heads up Carolina bench. He sent that one off the glass, so it's still in the glassed area, not a penalty, but everybody in a red jersey hit the deck immediately off of that Cardinal dump down. 3:42 left to go here in the third. Dragons 4, Thunderbirds 2. Face-off coming to the right of the Carolina netminder. Jagger Williamson wins this one clean. Frazier, center point, now to Shapitzin, left point with it here. Graham with it in the left wing corner. This one gets rimmed all the way around. Williamson with it. Now from behind the net. This one will be taken away. And Krupp finds a loose puck. D to D, Shapitzin to Frazier. He fakes the shot. Frazier, right wing circle with it. 30 ticks left in the Georgia power play. Williamson down into the corner for MJ Graham. Graham drives the goal line, comes out in front. And a good trailing stick right there by Zach Sargis is able to prevent that. Down the ice it goes, and Rutledge will slow this one up off the dump down. 15 seconds left to go here in the Georgia power play. Dump in, Pelnick sends it back from whence it came. Rutledge slows it up. Hunt is first on it. Rutledge will box him out and spin it around to the near boards for Frazier. 5 seconds left. Talipov standing up in the box. A clash of sticks in the neutral zone. It'll fall for Carolina. Peshtuka dumps it down just as time expires in the penalty, and Rutledge will glove it and take a whistle. 2:47 left to go here in the third, and the score remains 4-2 in favor of Columbus. Face-off coming to the right of the Columbus netminder. It'll be Peavy against Bersani.
Let's go, Thunderbirds, make some
Puck is down. Peavy wins it. Hunt trying to play it over. Left circle to Martin. Working that one up the wall. Peshtuka holds in left point. Slams it off the glass. Down beneath the goal line it goes. Nolan tied up in a stick clash. Second effort gets it around. Near side circle. Finch has it here in the corner. He'll lay it back for Nolan behind the net. Daniel Martin gives chase. Playing it up the far wall. Dalton Anderson backhands out to center. Pelnick, nifty between the legs move. This one gets moved up to Martin. Martin tries to drag the stick. Ozelich knocked it away from him for a moment. Second pass effort goes to Hunt. There goes Modica to the bench. 2:15 left to go in the third. Empty net, Carolina 4-2. Finch finds a loose puck, trying to dangle around Butita. Butita puts a good check onto him, and Carolina will recollect the puck. Here's Daniel Martin, 3-on-4 as he hits the line. He'll dump it in left wing side. Weird hop off the metal stanchion. Brad Nolan has it underneath the goal line. Ozelich has it here. We're under 2 minutes to play in regulation. Thunderbirds need 2, otherwise the Dragons sweep the weekend. Here's Butita, back to the left point. Finds Palapov, now back for Butita in the left wing circle. Bersani racing after him in the corner. Butita on the forehand. A pass out to the right point. Cody Oakes at 6-on-5, Carolina right now. Oakes fires a shot, deflected loose across the crease, and Butita wasn't there to tap it in. Behind the net, Daniel Martin to Hunt, trying to go across. Good sliding block by Bersani. 90 seconds left to go here in the third. Hunt with it, right wing circle. He stops it up at the point, playing it off the wall. Nolan tried to read it, intercepted, takes it, sends it down ice. Icing on as he misses, and it will go against the Dragons with 1:17 left to go here in the third. Timeout called Garrett Rutledge. So Carolina will take their 30-second timeout to try and draw up a play off of this.
All right, fans, don't forget on the way home tonight, be sure to tune in to WTOB 98 and 96.3 FM.
4-2, River Dragons lead it as we bring you the scoring summary. This third period, it's been eventful. 50 seconds in, Thunderbirds tied up this game. John Butita on the power play. It was a nice backdoor play from Yuri Peshtuka. Then River Dragons went on a little run, 2 straight, one from Josh Petrantonio at the 5:34 mark. And then at the 12:12 mark, Jagger Williamson got one off a Nick Modica bobble along the goal line. Ended up falling in. It was 3-1 Dragons at that point. 4-1 Dragons then less than a minute later, 57 seconds, Noah Doyle with a seeing eye shot from the right point. Hit the top right corner. That was the rookie's first of the year. But it was since been answered by David Nicoletti a minute and 12 later. And that has us currently sitting at 4-2. And the Dragons 77 seconds away from sweeping this weekend, which would be huge for the early season confidence. Face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. It's still 6-on-5 with the net empty down to our right. Anderson v. Peavy. Peavy wins it clean. Right point Peshtuka gives this one to Martin, trying to play it to the middle. Anderson flips it, and it goes into the Columbus bench. Stays within the glassed area, so no delay of game, but it'll be a defensive zone draw for Columbus. 1:09 left to go here in the third. 4-2 Dragons. Another face-off to Rutledge's left. Frazier will come on for Nolan defensively. Peavy and Petrantonio again. Tied up in the feet. Wingers coming in to help. Daniel Martin eventually emerges with it. Rims around. This one played loosely to the middle. Peavy had it for a moment and was tied up by too many Columbus sticks. 1 minute left to go here in the Houston Clinic third period. This one is flipped out to center by Grade. Peshtuka collects a bobbler and then sends it over to Hunt. Hunt for Thompson, one touch. Frazier knocked it away at the Columbus blue line. Armstrong fakes the backhand. Petrantonio takes a check and sends it to the Carolina line. Thompson will then dump that one in left wing side. I think that one might have hit the referee as it falls dead behind the net. Frazier rims it around, hits the stanchion weird, just held in by Peshtuka. Heck of a hustle right there from the Czech defenseman, but Austin Doe sends it out to center. Armstrong plays that one in, right wing corner, it'll rim around. 23 seconds left to go here in the third. River Dragons up by 2. Austin Doe with it right circle, bobbled it, and here's Hunt. Must score territory right now for Carolina on this rush. Hunt fires it in. Easy blocker save made by Rutledge. Hunt from behind the net. He's on the forehand with it. Right circle. Pass across the crease. No one home. 7 seconds left. Peavy back to the top. For Pelvic. That one's going to go wide. And now Frejot dumps it the length of the ice. Misses the empty net, but it doesn't matter. The game is over, and the Dragons come away with the weekend sweep. A 4-2 win over the Carolina Thunderbirds here tonight. Jared Rutledge, a great effort in net. 32 saves on 34 shots. Picks up another win from him. And there's a lot of happy humans dressed in white over in the zone to our left. River Dragons win this one 4-2. Let's take a break. When we come back, Chattahoochee postgame show comes up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661. An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
We are back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex Chattahoochee postgame show after the River Dragons come away with a big 4-2 win over the Carolina Thunderbirds. I'm Zach DeBozart, happy to have you along, as this was an exciting one. First 40 minutes, very intense, very defensive hockey, and yet when it came around to the third, holy cow, did the offense open up. Carolina tied up the game 50 seconds in. John Butita from Yuri Peshduka on the power play. That was made it 1-1. It was in the middle of a 5-on-3 power play as well. So you knew Carolina was feeling good, trying to make an extra goal off of the man advantage that they had prior to it, but nothing doing. And then Columbus went on a little run. 5:34 mark, Josh Petrantonio 2-1. 12-12 mark, Jagger Williamson is second of the game. That made it 3-1. And then Noah Doyle, 13:09 mark. That made it 4-1. Minute 12 after Doyle scored, though, Nicoletti picks up a goal to make it 4-2. But that's where the score line remained for the remainder of the game. Dragons 4, Thunderbirds 2. 3 stars of the game as selected here in the building. Star number 3 went to Nick Modica. Modica had a 40-save night on 44 shots. Not a bad performance per se, maybe not selection, but hey, some hometown cooking. Can't be disappointed with that. Star number 2 and 1 both go Columbus's way. Star number 2 to Jared Rutledge, 32 saves on 34 shots for him. And then star number 1, Josh Petrantonio, who had a goal and an assist in this one. Got to give a shout out to a couple of guys. Jagger Williamson, he had a 2-goal night for himself, and then goal and assist to Yuri Peshtuka, who was just all over the blue line tonight. I mean, holding in pucks, making it move with his feet. You just can't ask for too much more. So there's only 3 stars of the game. But for me, I look at guys like Williamson and Peshtuka, thought they had phenomenal games, but hey, can't honor everybody. Otherwise, 3 stars of the game wouldn't exactly be that special, now would it? 4-2 is our final score. We're going to sign it off with our TV audience. Thanks so much, everybody, for listening in here on Bounce, WTVM 9.2. Whole lot of fun to have you along for the ride as the River Dragons complete the weekend sweep, taking all 6 points from the Thunderbirds and keep moving themselves up in those standings. For the rest of the crew on radio, we are going to go ahead and take a break here as soon as we can. And we're going to take a break here as soon as we can. Some technical difficulties here on our control panel. But if we've signed it off on TVM, great. If not, we're going to wait for this break. It's a little awkward as some helter-skelter things have happened here on Press Row. And we are seeking some power cords now. River Dragons 4, Thunderbirds 2. As the Chattahoochee post-game show will continue as soon as I can plug this thing in. Oh, my goodness. What a way to end the weekend, but you got to love it. Very happy with how the Dragons have performed in this one. And, hey, that early season run that they're about to go on here, it's going pretty well. You thought with 5 straight against Carolina, it's going to be a battle. And every night, maybe except for last night, it's been a battle. It has been a very good game. But now when you look at it, you got out of the 12 points, 10 of them going the way of Columbus. So that's huge, and that will move them up the standings at the expense of their southern rival. All right, now we seem to be good. So we're going to sign it off from television, WTVM. Thanks so much, everybody, for listening in on Bounce. When we come back, the radio postgame show continues after this. Good night, everybody on TV, and we'll see you on the other side on the radio network, Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
It's time for the Chattahoochee postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show is brought to you by Cypress Partners, Podcast 706, Chattahoochee Southern Brew House, The Jersey Shop, BioLife Plasma, and PMB Broadcasting. Now with a recap of tonight's action, here's Zach DeBozart. The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-pressed lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion, reunions, parties, you name it. We have a graphic designer on staff to help create the logos or graphics necessary to make your shirts unique. Here we pride ourselves in being able to deliver orders of any size at low competitive cost, with no minimum quantity required to order. That's why the River Dragons trust us for all their uniform needs. Call the Jersey Shop in Columbus today, 706-565-4242.
Today, more than ever, you can rely on the trustworthy technicians at Midas for your car's needs. From scheduled maintenance to brake repairs to oil changes, suspension work, and more. Our technicians are known for their work and their word that your car will be fixed in the best way possible. Stop in your neighborhood Midas today with 2 locations in Columbus. At the corner of 13th Street and Veterans, just up the road from the Columbus Civic Center, and the other off Manchester Expressway. Midas Total Car Care. Proud sponsors of the River Dragons. Trust the Midas touch.
We are back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. Chattahoochee postgame show as the River Dragons defeat the Thunderbirds by a score of 4-2. Jagger Williamson gets the eventual game-winning goal. It was his second of the night, third of the year. Josh Petrantonio and Noah Doyle, the other goal scorers for Columbus. Blake Peavy and, Yuri Peshtuka. There's going to be some corrections on that. John Butita and David Nicoletti, by my book, are the goal scorers for Carolina. Either way, doesn't matter too much because now it's time for the Zelmo Zip-In look around the league. We started up over in the other home-and-home series going on Watertown and Danbury. Last we left this game, it was 2-1 Watertown. Since then, Watertown has extended their lead out to 4-2. They're in the final seconds of the second period. As it stands right now, Colin Chamelka, his second, started up the second period. Then Corey Anderson made it 3-2. Jimmy Lodge, about halfway through the second period, has made it 4-2 in favor of Watertown. Port Huron trying to avoid the weekend sweep at the hand of the Binghamton Black Bears. They're through 40 minutes. Division's Veterans Memorial Arena. Austin Federley has scored a power play goal for Port Huron to make it 2-1, but late in the second, Gino D'Angelo has made it 2-2. That's your Zelmo Zip-In look around the league. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Quickly take a look at the SPHL and the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Fayetteville puts a whooping on Macon, 6-2. The Marksmen beat the Mayhem. Evansville up 1-0 through 20 minutes of play. Late in the first, Knoxville 1, Vermilion County 0. 5 minutes to go in the first, Pensacola 1, Quad City 0. Also 5 minutes to go in the first, Peoria 1, Huntsville 0. ECHL 2-2 in the second period of the Battle of Florida. That is Florida against Jacksonville. Everblades and Icemen remain in a deadlock. Elsewhere, Maine and Orlando also tied. They're in the early stages of the third period there in Orlando. And Cincinnati and Atlanta also tied 2-2 late in the second period. NHL quickly, Carolina Hurricanes win 5-4. Tampa Bay Lightning lose 5-3 at home. Florida 5-4 and 3 seconds away from a win. Minnesota's got an empty net and an extra and a power play for a 6-on-4. And Montreal, wow, just killing Nashville right now, 5-0, 7:20 to go in the second. One more break, and we conclude the Chattahoochee postgame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official postgame hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just 1.5 miles from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
Hey Columbus, have you heard of BioLife Plasma Services? It adds up. Here's how. The cash you'll earn for your time donating plasma at BioLife adds up for the things you want. And your plasma donations can add up over time to create life-changing medicine for people with rare diseases. Stop in and check us out at our new Columbus BioLife location. New donors can earn up to $300 in their first 5 plasma donations at BioLife. Visit biolifeaddsup.com to schedule an appointment today.
Prepare yourself for an unparalleled golfing experience. Co-designed by Columbus resident and 1987 Masters winner Larry Mize, Maple Ridge Golf Course is a pleasure for golfers of any skill level to play. Test your accuracy with our fairways, water hazards, and sand traps. We have everything you need to challenge yourself and improve your game. Memberships available year-round by calling 706-569-0966 or book a tee time by visiting golfmapleridge.com.
Back here one final time on the Chattahoochee postgame show. River Dragons 4, Thunderbirds 2. A bunch of happy guys piling into a bus coming home tonight. What a game Columbus played here in this one. Jagger Williamson, the opening goal, 1-0. And then, boy, in the third period, everything broke open. Through 40 minutes, we thought 1-0, and man, it's going to be a heck of a game. But you know what? The third period just saw the scoring just open up like gangbusters. Carolina tied it up through Butita. 3 in a row from Columbus ends up giving them the advantage they needed. 1 late from Nicoletti was not enough. 4-2, Columbus gets the win. Next game comes up at the Civic Center. It's the 5th and final in a row between these teams. Columbus and Carolina at the Civic Center. Peasold family and Chattahoochee Valley area McDonald's 4 for $48 deal. OurDragons.com/MCD deal for more details on that. Tickets available, Civic Center box office, or on Ticketmaster. That'll do it for us. It's been a heck of a day trip. We woke up at about 5 a.m., got the bus loaded up, left around 7, and now we're coming back home to Columbus 3 points heavier. Big thanks to Josh Petrantonio, who was our Inside the Lair pregame show guest. Stephen Pierce handling many different knobs and buttons and keyboards behind the scenes here on the road. And thanks so much to the hospitality of Carolina for allowing us to split the feed and be able to get this game on television tonight. Big shout out to Dylan Clark, Jose Mahina, Omar Corey, and the rest of the Carolina crew that makes all the magic happen up here. I'm Zach DeBozart signing it off here from Winston-Salem. You'll hear from us next, we should say, on the John Emerald Distilling Coaches Show that comes up Tuesday, 6 to 7 p.m. on these very same radio stations. It's going to be a good one. It was a great weekend for Columbus. 6 points out of 6, and now time to take some rest before a midweek game, the final. It's 5 games set here against Carolina. Until then, have a good night, everybody. One more time, your final score.